Oh.
1-1, Merrill in the air, deep to center field. Mitchell's back at the wall. This one, gonna go! Jackson Merrill puts the Padres ahead. His third home run in as many games. And for the first time tonight, the Padres lead. It's 3-2.
Jackson Merrill providing the big bang in last night's game. Put the Padres up. They would not look back again. Padres win another thriller last night. They do it late, as you would expect. I have to tell you, I'm tooting my own horn here. I turned to my son as Jackson walked to the plate, and I went like this. Turned to him, I went.
He gave him the homer sign.
Gave the home run sign.
The twirly-do.
And very next pitch, center field. And, for an 11-year-old looking at his dad predict the future, I'm sure he thinks I'm Superman, and I do that kind of thing all the time now.
Yeah, it's a big mistake, Coney. Now you're going to be asked to do this on call. Yeah. So,
do I work with two predictors of the future? Chris predicted the score.
Yes, you do.
Yeah, right. I hit the score in our. I said we were due for a 3-2 game, and then I realized there had been a 3-2 game just 2 nights before. But yeah, 3-2 was the winning number last night. But yeah, the good news is you predicted the future. The bad news is now you're going to always have to do it. And Trey's, it's going to take a while to dissuade him from thinking you have special powers, my friend.
Well, the beauty is that he's not here today, so I can get.
You don't have to call anything right today.
Don't have to do it right, and it's going to all work. But nonetheless, Padres do it again. It's they've been playing some good baseball. It's a good Brewers team, and by all accounts, Mr. Henderson had really shut down the Padres for the most part, until he hung the changeup, his second one. And he made 2 mistakes. He gave up a homer on a changeup to tie, and then he gave up a 2-run shot to Jackson on the same changeup. And, Padres continue to stack some wins together at a time, and they absolutely had to have it because the folks that are ahead of them also all won their games. Arizona won, Philly won, and so we'll do it again. We'll dance again today to see who's going to blink.
Yeah, a couple of things. First of all, thank you to the Rockies. Did they even field the team last night? 9-0. We appreciate your help. Secondly, you talked about Henderson because he pitched great, and he was getting that fastball just above, the swings all night long. He was sticking it right around the armpits and just really putting it in good spots. But you're right. He made a couple of mistakes. The thing that's interesting, Tony, how many months did we go with this Padre ball club where every time a pitcher made a mistake like that, we fouled it off? Yeah. It was about 3 straight months, it seemed like, that we didn't take advantage of those pitches. But, it's a thing. The worm has turned, as the saying goes. And, he made the mistake. Jackson was all over it. He didn't miss it. That ball would have been fouled down the right field foul line, in May or June. Yeah. So, sure. That was great. It was a great win. And, it's really nice to, first of all, I'm happy. I'm happy for all of us that Casey Mize pitched a good ball game because I really didn't want to hear about that, and how we mortgaged the whole season to bring in this loser, that can't, obviously can't pitch under pressure and, whatever they were going to say about him. So, and great. He wasn't completely dominant, but, he got out of there with 2 runs in 6 innings. I'll take that every time. And, we got this bullpen that everybody wanted to trade away because we weren't going to need them. And, it sure is nice to get a 3-2 lead. And really, Tony, as Jackson's rounding the bases there's euphoria. You've got the lead. But the other thing, at least what I'm thinking as he's rounding the bases, is game over. Granted, it's not a walk-off, but with Morejon and Mason Miller coming up, it's as close to it as you can get. And, obviously the Brewers were, I think they got a base runner here or scratched a runner there, but, that's game with these 2 guys closing it out. So, it's a great, it's interesting how things have changed so dramatically, so quickly, but keep it coming.
The quality start statistic is built for a bullpen like the Padres have, right?
Yeah.
I mean, because 6 doesn't, for not every team does 6 guarantee you a win. It guarantees you a quality start.
Yeah.
But with the Padres, if you get to 6 with a lead, we talked about this. I remember us talking about this back in February in spring training, as you started to kind of figure out, man, if you can get the Padres with the lead after 6, it's going to be tough sledding. And that's exactly what happened last night. The Padres get their run in the 7th. Morejon comes on in the 8th. And then bada boom, bada bing, Padres win that game. And you know, now they the cool part, what's starting to be, I think, noticeable. I think that's 5 straight now with 5 innings or more from the starting pitchers. And just getting to that point, now you hand the ball to Walker, who then will hand the ball to Robbie Ray. He'll get his second go round at it. And you're starting to see, you know, this rotation come together. And that's not to mention, you know, hearing Joe talk about how this is the best he's felt in 2 years throwing a baseball. You got seemingly a healthy Joe Musgrove coming around the corner. It's hard not to get excited about what you're starting to see from this ball club.
Yeah, and you know, here's another thing. A couple things. You're not wrong. I mean, I think everybody's really excited. I think, you know, I'm to the point where I'm expecting that they're going to wind up in the postseason now. You know, we went over the schedule yesterday, Skraby and I know the schedule is completely overrated because, you know, anybody can and does beat anybody. But after this series, the Padres have only 4 series left against, you know, playoff type opponents. The Diamondbacks have 9 after they're done with the Rockies. Now, it doesn't mean that it guarantees it, but it's sure giving the Padres a nice edge as long as they can, you know, stay right where they are. But, you know, the other thing is the Padres won for the 18th time this year when trailing going into the 7th inning. And number one, that's good because it shows, right? They never, you know, they battle, they keep coming back, they come up with these things. The other thing it shows, Tony, is that the teams they're playing against don't have Morejon and Miller. Because if the other teams had Morejon and Miller, the Padres wouldn't be coming back 18 times. And that, again, is what we talked about, at least what I kept saying, preaching and, you know, taking a lot of heat for it, and you did too. But you know, I just never understood this whole notion of trying to trade these 2 guys because there's something that no other team, but very few other teams have.
You can't say that enough. I mean, the Padres have a unique bullpen. And frankly, the way they're throwing now, it ain't just Morejon and Miller. I mean, Matsui's on a nice run right now. I want to give him some love. I mean, he takes up a ton of time when he's out there. He runs the clock down to 0.5 seconds, but he's effective right now. This is as effective as I can remember Yuki being at this point. And I think it's added another element. All of a sudden, Jeremiah has found his feel on the mound. You gotta, and this is not to mention you don't even have Jason Adam yet. You don't have the luxury of having David Morgan out there. So, I mean, there's a lot to like about this bullpen, aside from Miller and Morejon, who, you know, are dominant right now.
Yeah, Bradley. Don't forget Bradley in there, Tony. He's giving them some good innings.
My bad. Let me not forget Bradley as well, who's been phenomenal. I think the thing that I just keep coming back to is we have said from the very beginning the offense was going to have to find ways to be productive, especially when it comes to the big 3. And it's not by chance that those 3 have started to swing the bat better at the same time, and the Padres are winning more games as that has happened, along with the pitching part.
One other quick thing. We got a couple minutes in this segment, so it's not enough time for me to heap the kind of praises I would like to on Sun Moon Song, who without that play, that game maybe is lost in the 3rd inning. I don't know how many runs the Brewers could have gotten had that play, you know, been 1st and 2nd, nobody out, 2 runs in. that could have, dominoed and been a huge inning. I don't know how he caught that ball. It looked like it was past his glove, and he somehow got it in his webbing and stayed on the bag. So that's an incredible play.
He didn't even know he stayed on the bag. He was like, I tried to catch the ball and keep my foot. I wasn't sure.
There was no way he could be concentrating on the bag because the throw was so far off just to try to catch it. So
it was one cleat. There's no way he could have known that was the last thing hanging on to the bag at that point. And listen, his youth, I think, played a part in that. I'm not sure Xander would have been able to
contort his body
to make that specific play.
Yeah.
But that did. Jesse said that last night. Like, that play's not made, that could turn into a 3, 4, 5 run inning very easily.
Yeah. And the other one I want to say, because I've been at the front of the line criticizing Freddie Fermin all year, and frankly, he's probably deserved some of it or most of it. No, he has. He hasn't played great, but he throws out 2 guys trying to steal last night, including Lockridge to end the game. How nice is that to finish the game on a caught stealing? He had another hit. I think he's got a hit in 14 consecutive starts as well. So, I got to give thumbs up when it's due. And for those 2 guys last night, they were a big part of that win.
I just want to point this out because I think the grace was given to Jake, because you saw him get hit with a fastball in the face. Freddie Fermin has had at least 2 concussions that we know of and didn't take the same amount of time. He kept going back out there and playing. It's not to say an indictment on anybody's toughness, but I think when the cobweb started to clear, he has started to play better. I don't think that's a coincidence there. He's been on a heater. When it comes to the ABS, I don't know. I think he's gotten like the last 4 out of 5 out of 6. And the throw last night was, if you could have saw it from my angle, Lockridge got a crazy good jump. And he ate up all of that jump with his release and where he threw the ball. I mean, Jake just had to catch it. And my man was already in the way through it, was already leading him for the tag. It was a great way to get a walk-off. How about that?
Walk-off, caught stealing.
We passed the time. Dang it.
That's okay.
My fault.
It is mine. I brought it up at the wrong time. But look, I couldn't help it.
We keep rolling.
I just think those 2 guys deserve a lot of credit, and I know that the teammates appreciate it. Mason Miller said it after the game. He goes, I could sit there and be a fan for a second. And when that guy's called out, I'm jumping up and down because, that's ball game. He doesn't have to. And again, if it's safe, he's got to bear down now, and a bloop single could tie the game. So, it's such a big play. Which, by the way, is why he's running. They know how difficult it's going to be to get 2 of those off of Mason Miller. Yeah. So you got to take a shot there. They put him in for that reason. Yeah. And for Freddie, right on money. And Lockridge has been almost automatic this year too. So that wasn't like they took a shot in the dark. They took a shot with a guy that normally steals the base there. So
I love good baseball. That's
right. That's
really
great baseball.
We got. These 2 teams get together. You generally get some good baseball. Last night was no different. You don't usually see a walk-off throw out, but that's one that you don't often that you won't forget, at least in the near future.
What about Ty France hitting that home run like maybe 10 feet off the ground from where I was sitting? That thing got out in a hurry.
I saw the shortstop Hamilton. It almost ticked the top of his glove.
It was crazy.
He tried to jump to catch it.
What do you guys think about Pat Murphy leaving Logan Henderson in? I know I was out of the room for a second, but I don't know if you guys.
I have no problem with it. He was throwing darts all night long. He made a bad pitch, as Tony said.
And Jesse mentioned this during the game last night. That back end of that bullpen has been taxed big time.
They've been they didn't have. They might have had McGill maybe, but he'd been busy over the weekend, and
he was trying to just squeeze every little bit out, and up until that point, be honest, Padres hadn't really done much. They ain't even squared him up real good to that point.
No, they have not. Or, no, they did not. It was one of those games last night. You're like, really? This is how it's going to go? And Tony as he said, he predicted the walk-off. I did the opposite because I took my mom.
No, not the walk-off.
Or I'm sorry, the seventh inning home run. Yeah. I took my mom to her first ever Padres game. Crazy, I know. But she goes, when should we leave? Because I got to get up early for work. And so we left in the middle of the seventh. And as we're walking to the car, we hear Jackson hit the 2-run shot. And she looks at me and she's like, we shouldn't have left. I was like, yeah, I know, Mom. Anyway, it was good.
That's hilarious.
It was good stuff.
You allowed her to bully you?
My mom, yeah, she can bully me all she wants. She's the one who got me here.
You said you allowed her to bully you?
I'm saying it as a man with much experience. Not that it still bothers me, but let me see. 38 years ago, when Orel Hershiser set the record for most consecutive scoreless innings at Qualcomm Stadium, my wife did not feel well in the 7th inning. She wasn't even my wife yet.
And you still made it, huh?
That's probably why we got married, because I left with her instead of watching Hershiser break the record.
We should bring up Adam's thing right here just because it's fun to bring it up. But
Adam's thing.
When he wanted to see Jason Hayward make his debut, and he ended up showing up to the stadium late because I think something happened with his wife, his girlfriend at the time. And so he didn't get to see Jason Hayward debut. And
he hit a home run.
And he hit a home run.
It was a pretty crazy debut, too.
It was. It was like one to everybody in the stadium is always going to be like, I was there that day. It'll be interesting to see. I don't know if there's lineups are out yet. It's a little early. Just came out.
Well, then we might as well spend a second with that, because the lineup is going to be challenged tonight. I mean, Harrison, his last time out, I think he struck out like 12 of the first 13 batters or something like that. It was ridiculous.
It was.
That was Mizorowski, but Harrison did something similar. He's been tough to hit this year.
That was in May, right? If I'm not mistaken.
He's just been that good.
Here we go. Harrison's
been good all year.
Versus Harrison. This was a 7-1 ball game.
Yeah.
I think Harrison walked like 8 guys.
He walked 4. Marinaccio then walked 2. Matsui walked 1. But here's Kyle's his line. He went 5 hits, no walks, 7 punchies in 5.
Yeah. His last outing, though, was 5 innings, 10 punchies, and 1 hit. So he's been doing that a lot this year.
All right,
this is a very different Padre lineup right now than the one he faced back in May. But he's had a terrific year all year, not just that last start, as Chris just kind of went over.
Lineup: Fernando Tatis Jr. playing right field, batting first. Luis Rengifo DHing second. Manny Machado playing third, batting third. Ty France cleaning up at first. Jackson Merrill center field, 5th. Austin Hayes in the lineup playing left field, 6th. Luis Campusano catching in the 7th spot. Xander Bogaerts back in there, 8th, playing shortstop, and Jake Cronenworth batting 9th, playing second base.
Now Austin Hayes, see how his second at bat goes. So far, so good.
All right, let's get to break. On the other side, we're talking more about this lineup, perhaps some news about ownership. We'll get to it on the other side. More Gwynn and Chris.
For the most in-depth Padres conversations anywhere in San Diego, check out 97.3 The Fan's Epic Padres Roundtable, Thursday mornings at 9 a.m. Sponsored.
Chris, hello. Yeah, we're here in Cooperstown for 97.3 The Fan. So excited, the induction weekend for the great Trevor Hoffman. What a class he's going in with, too. Let's take a look. Of course, Alan Trammell from Kearney High School in San Diego. And then, of course, the Detroit Tigers' great shortstop, Jack Morris, in a Tiger uniform there, but I always remember him pitching that 1-0 shutout in Game 7 of the 1991 World Series for the Minnesota Twins. Maybe the greatest postseason pitching performance of all time. Chipper Jones, Padre fans remember him. Every fan of a National League team remembers him because he would come in and do damage to that team. Only the second #1 overall pick in the Major League Draft, Chipper Jones, to be inducted into the Hall of Fame. The other is Ken Griffey Jr. Vladimir Guerrero, never met a pitch he couldn't swing at, and powerhouse hitter for the Expos, and then, of course, the Angels at the end of his career. Jim Thome, over 600 home runs, mostly with the Cleveland Indians. And then, the guy down here on the end who used to get all these guys out all the time, Trevor Hoffman, the greatest Padre reliever of them all. Two of the greatest outfielders in the history of baseball. Of course, you've got Babe Ruth right here. Ted Williams right over there. I was wondering who the third outfielder would be. And then, of course, it hit me. Tony would be upset if I didn't say that the third outfielder, who will someday probably be displayed right here between these two guys, is obviously Mike Trout. And this is the San Diego Padres locker room here in Cooperstown. Obviously, a couple of jerseys there and hats, gloves, all-star stuff. I think the most interesting thing in this entire display, though, especially this weekend, is a picture in the top corner of Angus Young. He's the guitarist for AC/DC, wearing a Trevor Hoffman uniform, obviously playing Hell's Bells. I know that Trevor went to many AC/DC concerts and was honored by sitting in the front row to watch AC/DC play Hell's Bells in his honor. But there's a picture of Angus Young playing Hell's Bells for Trevor Hoffman, wearing the 51 jersey right there.
All right, it's time for the Beaver Nuggets. So the story is, somehow Buc-ee's got brought up. I think Frank brought it up.
Yes.
And it's a rest stop / mall / entertainment zone, super center. And someone said on the chat yesterday that they have like 100. They went to one with like 100 gas pumps, which is a lot, I guess. But while we were talking about this, Sam Levitt was in New York listening, and he goes, put me on. And so we put him on, and he's talking about how much he loves
here, because we didn't quite sneak out at the first segment, but we did get there eventually. 2:24 is the time. Crisello, Tony Gwynn Jr. at Petco Park. Nostradamus to his son Trey. And Skraby is over here at the Bill House Studios.
Not Nostradamus.
No, you don't know anything. As a matter of fact,
Nostradamus.
Yeah, Nostradamus, that's you. Ball game tonight with Walker Buehler going to the mound. Padres a game back still of Arizona and Philadelphia for the wild card. Coming up in 4 or 5 minutes, Alden Gonzalez of ESPN will join us. The happiest person about that news is Mr. Skraby. because he avoids losing another fantabulous sports game show today.
Don't think I didn't think about this.
To do that.
Yeah.
No, I was like,
okay.
Here's today's category right here, but you lucked out.
Thank
Save
goodness.
it. We're going to get it the next time.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere, Tony. And this will give you more time to study the answers. So
I know. It's nice.
He's always
nice that you give him the answers 3 days in advance.
Yeah, he's always felt that you and I are in cahoots on the whole thing. So might as well, feed into his nervousness over there.
Yeah, I don't like it. When Alden said 240, I was like, oh man, okay, I got to give 240 to you, even though that's fantabulous this time.
Yeah, well, we won't forget about it. We'll come back and do another one. Tony, talking about ownership group. Did you hear? Do you know? What are we hearing? Anything? Are we closer? Are any more T's crossed and I's dotted?
I don't know that the T's are crossed and the I's are dotted, but there is expected to be a vote on Monday on the pending sale. And so I think it's expected that it'll pass, and then it's official at that point.
And who's voting? I mean,
Owners.
Okay, wait a second.
What?
Honestly, we have come all this way to like the moment of truth after like 6-7 months and announcements and press conferences and vetting here and going over that, bank account there, and the Seidlers being able to kind of start to move on, and the new owners change, and now a vote. Like if Dick Monfort just has a wild hair on Monday and says, I don't feel like putting him in. Where are we at?
Well, he would have to get. He would have to get a bunch of other.
Well, you know what I mean. Though, what do we do if it doesn't pass?
I mean, this is kind of how it always goes.
It does. Okay.
They sell, then a vote happens after, and then this one may have taken a little bit longer, but this is the norm.
It's also a $3.9 billion sale, I believe. There's a couple.
I'm okay with it taking time for 3 point. Yeah,
they need 22 of the other 29 owners to vote yes in order for this to move through.
I'm just saying that it seems like we're kind of on a bit of a thin ice here, considering everything that's gone into getting us to this point. You think that we would have had the owners okay ahead of time before we did all the rest of this stuff? Does anybody see what I'm saying?
No.
You don't?
No, this is...
So if they pull the rug out right now, what do? We're just stuck. We have no owner. We have no nothing?
No, then the other two people who were bidding that lost out will probably jump in.
Shot, yeah.
Then
we'll go through it all again?
I guess the only way you wouldn't approve an owner is if you don't agree with like where they get their money from, or, scandal or something like that.
Well, you're going to start trying to read the minds of some of these baseball owners. It's going to take you a while to figure that out.
I think the process goes... the current owner will do their vetting in terms of, if these said buyers want, they do their deal, that gets set, and then the owners get to do kind of the review on their side, and then 22 of them have to be like, yeah, this is cool, we're good, and then we're good to go.
It's cool, we're good.
I don't know. I just see Dick Monfort messing this up somehow. But okay, I guess it's it's good.
We're
all making it sound like it's kind of just how would you call it? Just
like a foregone conclusion.
Foregone conclusion. Yeah, it's just a done deal. Yeah. So
I mean,
it's what it sounds like. It's how it's being reported in the Athletic.
Uncle Dick is
Uncle Dickie Monfort.
Unky Dickie.
Unky Dickie.
This is good for him. So
why is this good for him? He doesn't want another.
Because it raises the profile of franchises in baseball.
He doesn't want another owner coming in that's going to try to win.
Yeah, but he doesn't want an owner an ownerless team either. Like going into negotiations where you have one less team ready to jump on your side.
Well, I am sure and certain that this is a foregone conclusion. It's a done
thing. Doesn't sound like it.
Well, okay. It doesn't, because it just seems like, it seems too simple for the owners to just vote, after all of this work.
I think it's not in their best interest to just randomly say no to somebody coming in and buying their team. They want that to be the case.
Yeah. Yeah.
What are you guys doing on October 26th, 7th, and 8th?
Going to the World Series.
Hopefully a playoff game.
Game 3, 4, 5 of the World Series.
I love the Game 7's on Halloween this year.
Game 7 is on Halloween. They just announced that today. So
Yes.
if you are Game 7, I'm assuming. What did he say?
He said it gets him out of going trick-or-treating.
Yeah, potentially, Tony. I would say you probably would miss the trick-or-treating if the were. Although if you're not broadcasting the game, you may have to put up with trick-or-treaters while you're trying to watch the game. Hopefully, you will.
True.
Hopefully, you
true.
will be broadcasting the game. But I would assume if the Padres make the World Series, chances are the American League team would have the home edge. Although no guarantee 100%. It goes to best record of those two teams. But if that is indeed the case, though, the Padres would be looking at 26, 7, and 8 for their home games in the World Series.
All right.
Something to throw out there.
I will make sure my calendar is cleared because I would like to go to a World Series game. So
I would too. And this is.
I like to go to one for free. So the Padres need to be in it.
Me too.
I don't know if I should be. I don't know if Adam's listening right now. He may squirm in his seat.
I think he is listening.
Okay, well then he's going to squirm in his seat.
Uh-oh.
I don't understand why every single year that the Padres get in the playoffs, we at the flagship station have to fight so hard to get media seats. Sorry,
Chris
there I
said it.
There I said it. Yeah, I did.
Tony just turned off his camera.
I know. I'm sorry. I have to throw it in. We are the flagship. I want to. I
have had this explained to me. I have by the people at the Padres,
because I know what happens in the playoffs. All of a sudden, everybody who never comes to a Padre game all year, they have to reserve all the tickets.
Do you know
for them.
why?
Yes, because Major League Baseball controls it.
Correct.
It's not the Padres' choice.
Yes, Major League Baseball has control over media approvals or rejections after the
our press box here only has so many seats available. But having said that, it is amazing when we're playing the Dodgers in the postseason,
that is true.
How many of those seats seem to go to Japanese media covering Shohei Ohtani?
It is true.
It's a lot of riffraff come playoff time.
Yes. Okay. Well, then let's not have the riffraff taking my seat.
They even allowed Nick DiNucci into the press box one time. So, Nick, I hope you're listening. Break time.
Right. That's a word. That's a problem I hope I have come October. Gwynn and Chris takes a quick time out. Alden Gonzalez next. He's one of the best in the business, and we look forward to having him on from ESPN when we return.
2:39 on the clock. Tony Gwynn Jr., Chris Ello, Matt Skraby. Alden Gonzalez will join us shortly. Padres game 2 of this 3-game set against the Brew Crew, and Padres having their team photo today. It's always interesting to watch from our viewpoint.
Do you think people are going to look at the team photo and wonder who that guy is when they point to Austin Hayes? Like he's been with the club for 24 hours.
I think they will. They will.
Right.
They had to take a photo, a few late stragglers, and it was good though. They got out. It's probably one of the hotter days here today. So,
no kidding. Tough day for the actual photo to take place.
All right, well, let's get to the phone lines. Alden Gonzalez, ESPN, joins us here on Gwynn and Chris. Alden, my friend, how are you?
I'm doing great, pal. How are you?
I'm good. You catch up on some sleep, man. Deadlines passed.
Nope.
No more having to try to get the scoop. You've been able to kind of to reset a little bit?
Absolutely not, sir. That's just how my life is. There's
Fair
always
enough.
something. You know that.
He's bearing down now, Tony.
Yeah, no, this is go time
guys.
now.
Come on now.
Yeah, this is a go time for Alden. Alden, let me ask you, deadlines passed. What do you think was unique about this year's deadline? What do you think was it what you expected to see when it was all said and done?
I think for the most part, it's what I expected. I didn't expect a lot of huge names outside of obviously Tarek Skubal and the ones that we already knew about to be moved. I did expect a lot of really late action. And that's the case basically at every trade deadline. But I think this year, especially with how muddled, I think 2 factors here. One was how muddled the playoffs were. And so there were a lot of teams that were sort of unsure whether to quote unquote buy or sell. I think that was a factor. And I think too, there was so much made of the fact that this was a seller's market. So like teams who were trading away veteran players had all the leverage. And it was very clear early on that they're trying to exert that leverage as much as possible. And what I mean by that is like the asking prices for these guys were super high, even in the weekend leading up to the Monday deadline. And they didn't come down until the very end. And I think that's why you saw like 40-something trades involving 118 players, I think it was, on the final day. That's a really big final burst.
Alden Gonzalez, always awesome to have you with us. I'm not going to say the Dodgers are bad for baseball, even though that's what all of the Padre fans would like me to say, because I don't think the Dodgers are bad for baseball. Let me ask you, though, Alden, is Tarek Skubal signing with the Dodgers, in a sense, bad for baseball? And from another angle, is this something that will only further the owner's argument, should it come down to it, that the system is broken and the rich are the only ones that can keep getting richer?
Look, I think there are 2 sides to this. I think number one is a point that some people might find some contention with, but it's a point raised by Dodgers people that I think is fair, in that the Tarek Skubal acquisition wasn't about money. Like, yes, he's got money left on his contract, and whatever team traded for him would have to absorb that. But like the Brewers were going to take on that money. Anybody else who was traded for him would have taken on that money. This is about prospects. This is like who has developed the best farm system. And so the Dodgers' retort to that has been anybody could have traded for Tarek Skubal, theoretically. And the counter to that is, well, teams that have higher payrolls, they're not as reliant on prospects. So a team like the Dodgers, them losing a top-tier prospect is not a big deal because they can sign a free agent. I think that's fair. I think it's also fair to say that Zaire Hope might have been their 5th best outfielder in the minor leagues, which says a lot to like the development at this organization. But directly to your question about is it bad for baseball? I think it's bad for baseball in that fans are upset. And in some ways, like legitimately upset. Like they feel as if their teams don't have a chance against, and it's hard to point out like one team, but it's very clear that the Dodgers have been, identified as sort of like the boogeyman in this whole thing. And I think it is bad for baseball in that it surely doesn't shorten how long this lockout is going to last. and it doesn't shorten how long it's going to take for these two sides to come to an agreement. I don't know how much it changes anything, but Major League Baseball's biggest thing is winning the public PR battle. And they keep clinging to parity, and they keep clinging to the fact that fans are upset that it's an imbalanced system. And that only drives that narrative. And it might make them even more hell-bent on pushing for a salary cap.
The interesting thing is ultimately the fans they'll say they're upset, but ultimately they just want baseball. And once the time comes that they're not getting it, both sides are going to be the ones carrying it from the fans. It's not just going to be the players. It's going to be everybody involved. Let me ask you specifically on the Padres. They go out, and you and I talked a couple different times leading up to this. They ended up going out. A.J. Preller goes out. He gets Casey Mize. He gets Robbie Ray, and basically makes the bet that my offense is going to come around. How do you think he did at the deadline, given what he had to give up? And is it a good bet, you think, on the offense?
You know, I do. I like what A.J. Preller did. I promise I'm not just saying this because I am on a San Diego-based show. The Padres needed starting pitching. And although they are pending free agents, like, it's hard to do better than getting both Robbie Ray and Casey Mize. Especially when you look at the fact that, like, everybody talks about how the Padres farm system has been depleted. The fact that they got both of those guys without having to trade an Adrian Morejon or a Jeremiah Estrada or obviously not a Mason Miller, I think was a huge win. And also, if you look at the other teams that needed starting pitching and didn't get it, whether it's the Braves or it's the Diamondbacks or the Houston Astros, like, all those teams were vying for starting pitching, and the Padres got it. Now, like, in a bigger picture sense, whether or not, like, this was a good idea, I've heard both sides of this. I heard from other execs who say this Padres team is not good enough to win a championship, and all you're doing is stripping more prospects from a farm system that has become barren to get starters who are going to be a free agent in 2 months. They should have gone the other way and maybe traded an Adrian Morejon to get assets for the future. But the other school of thought, which is the one that I tend to agree with, is that however slim you might think the Padres championship chances are, and that's up for interpretation, they have a chance. They're on the doorstep of the playoffs. They've built this team to try to win a championship. And as we've seen, if you just get into the playoffs, anything can happen. And I feel like it's going to get harder and harder every other year for the Padres to contend. So if they have a chance now, like, you might as well go for it. And Tony, you're absolutely right. Like, he betted on the offense rebounding, and it has. I looked this up before I came on the show. Jackson Merrill and Fernando Tatis Jr. since the start of July have combined for an 891 OPS. That's what you need, right? Like,
yeah.
If those guys get going, along with Manny Machado and the likes of Ty France and Gavin Sheets keep doing what they're doing, with that bullpen and a better rotation, especially when they get Joe Musgrove back, why can't the Padres make the playoffs and go on a run? At the very least, they've given themselves a chance, and I think that's what any fan base asks for.
Alden Gonzalez is our guest. I love talking to you, Padres, but I thought you hit on everything really, there that we've been trying to preach to, our listeners, Alden. And I want to ask you real quick about the opponent this week, the Brewers. They had the best record in baseball last year. They have it again. What are they doing right that we're not noticing? Because, I look at their lineup last night. I know Churio is great. Terang is great. Yelich used to be great. Mizorowski, maybe they got a little lucky on him. I can't imagine they were really expecting this. But they don't have the payroll of some of the top teams. So how are they staying where they're staying?
Well, I think there's a few things there. Number one, like, I do think we overlook the star power that is on that team. And it's not the Dodgers. But, like, Bryce Terang is one of the best second basemen in baseball. William Contreras is one of the best catchers. Jackson Churio is one of the best young outfielders. And Jacob Mizorowski might win the Cy Young. Like, that's a good core group of players. Christian Yelich has done it for a long time. But much like the Tampa Bay Rays, they are very good at, number one, developing pitching, and number two, just sort of knowing who they are. Like, they get guys who have been passed over by other organizations who fit their profile, whether it's good at situational hitting or good defensively or pitchers who are good at generating quick outs. Like I think their biggest strength is self-awareness. They know what they do well. They don't really stray from it, and they just hammer that. I having said that though, and I know they tried. I am a little disappointed that they didn't come away with a difference maker. That was my big question going into the trade deadline, was whether the Brewers were going to do what they normally don't do under this front office and get like a guy, because it's hard to watch the way last year played out, where the Brewers dominated the regular season in a similar fashion to what they are doing right now, and then just got boat raced by the Dodgers in the NLCS. Like they didn't have a chance. And to not come away from that thinking, like the AJ Preller school of thought, you need high upper echelon talent to win in October. Like I thought they were going to get somebody, if not Tarek Skubal, then maybe Mason Miller, then maybe a big power bat, which they always need. And they didn't. And maybe they'll prove me wrong. They've proven me wrong a million times over these last few years. Yeah. But I was kind of disappointed by that.
Alden, what are we to make of the American League side of things, right? I mean, there's a few teams up over 500, a lot of teams hovering around 500. They're probably the teams, that's probably the side that made the deadline even tougher, because none of those teams really felt like out of it. How do we kind of put the American League wild card race together on that side?
I mean, what we make of it, Tony, is that it's bad. It's just like up and down, thoroughly bad. It's about as bad as I've ever seen. I think as we speak, every team in the American League West has a negative run differential. The Orioles traded away players, and they might make the playoffs. The Tigers traded away a generational ace. They might win the division. The Astros were terrible for the first 2 months, and it's a very flawed roster. They might win the American League West. I think the Yankees are legit good, but the big question is when are they getting Aaron Judge back, and what is he going to look like when he gets back? And there has been, in my mind, and this includes the Mets, no more disappointing team in baseball than the Seattle Mariners. From a talent perspective, with that pitching, with core position players in their prime underperforming the way they have, I can't believe the Seattle Mariners have not run away with the American League West. So, like, if you ask me, like, what to make of the wild card, like, I don't know. Like, any one of these teams can make it. There's no telling. I think all but 3 teams can convince themselves that they can make the playoffs today, and that is just insane.
Last thing, Alden, in 30 seconds, I try to get you as much as we can, because it's always great talking to you. Real quick one, Blake Snell coming back, Glasnow coming back. Did the Dodgers just get lucky that these guys get hurt every year so they can be fresh in the last 2 months of the season? I mean, I'm saying it that tongue in cheek, but it does seem like a nice little advantage that they're able to have every year this time of year.
Yeah, I would say a lot of that is by design. Maybe not the precise timing of it, but one thing the Dodgers do is they slow play their pitchers back from injuries more than anybody else. Yeah. They can do that because of the depth throughout their roster, because they have a lot of pitching depth in particular. I'm sure Blake Snell could have come back a lot sooner. I'm sure Tyler Glasnow could have come back a lot sooner. But what they always say is, like, they want you back to stay back. The last thing that they want is re-injury. And the only thing they care about, they want to get a bye, and they feel like they got to lock in because right now they're a wildcard team. They need a bye, or in their minds, they need a bye. But they want these guys fresh in October. Like, you saw the workload that Yamamoto, Ohtani, Glasnow, and Snell took on during the playoff run last year. Now, obviously, that's because their bullpen was very shorthanded. That's not the case this year. But they're going to rely on these guys again, plus their Skubal, obviously. So they need him as fresh as possible. And like, as Dave Roberts said yesterday, like, this is like the final sprint now. And now is when they need to get going.
Alden, as always, man, appreciate you coming on. I'm sure I'll catch up with you at some point. You guys, you have a good day, man.
Get some rest, Alden.
I think Alden's spot on, man. One of these points, it's going to backfire. I'm just telling you.
Oh, you're talking about the Dodgers.
It's not going to work.
He basically said they're cheating. I'm not going to quote him, but he didn't say the words, but he's basically said I'm right, and which means in extension, Skraby's right, because Skraby's always the one talking about how Skubal and Glasnow are just sitting there biding their time.
Wait until they prove that Ipe was actually gambling, and then you guys will feel really bad.
Okay.
He did say they were cheating, though.
He kind of did.
Yeah. He did not say they were cheating.
Okay, Alden maybe didn't say they were cheating,
he
but
didn't
I
say the
definitely
words.
heard that.
I heard it too, even though I didn't hear the word cheating.
Yeah.
You guys are nuts.
They always say you hear what you want to hear. Well, I did.
Yeah,
okay?
for real. For real. All right, let's get to break. We have what are we doing? A Daily Gambit?
Yeah, why not?
Yes, why not?
Gambit on the other side. More Gwynn Chris.
All right, so here's what happened. I was at the corner, and I'm going to call out the streets because who cares? It was Claremont Mesa Drive and Ruffin Road, which is pretty close to our radio station here.
Yeah.
I had to run over and pick up a little cash from the bank. That was simple, trip before I came into work. And I'm on Ruffin Road, coming up to Claremont Mesa Boulevard.
Ruffin Road can be a little rough sometimes.
They could pave that. It wouldn't hurt. Yeah, it wouldn't hurt. They can't call it paved road. I know that.
Wait, your issue isn't the potholes in the road?
No, that was I'm used to that. So we come up on Claremont Mesa, and we're at the stoplight. I'm in the left-hand turn lane to turn left on Claremont Mesa. I'm the third car back. And there's two left turn lanes. There's 3 cars in line here. And then the going straight is also red. And that is backed up each of the lanes. So that I've got cars on my right. I've got cars on my left. I got 2 in front of me. I got people behind me. No big deal. Light cycles through. And our turn doesn't come.
Oh, no.
So the cross traffic gets to go again. And then the people coming across in our direction, they get to go again. And then for a second time, they skip our turn. Well, that's what I thought. So now...
Actually, you're not going anywhere. You're stuck.
Right, you're stuck.
You're not going anywhere.
And my first thought, of course, as a good scout or, athlete, is to look around. Is there any way out? Can I back up? Can I, I'll do anything. But there is nowhere for me to go.
No.
It happens a third time.
Whoa.
And I'm pretty clear at this point, this light's broken. And I'm starting to think, how are we going to get out of this? Am I going to have to call, the police to come and fix it? No one's going to know it's broken.
911 emergency response.
Yeah.
Where's your emergency? Ruffin Road in Claremont. The light is stuck.
The light is stuck. And so this is 5 minutes probably, but you can imagine 5 minutes.
No,
that's a long
time.
time, right? Well, when it comes to the fourth time, I finally start just leaning on my horn.
Oh.
I'm trying to get...
What are the people in front of you going to do?
Well, because there was a moment, right, after the traffic comes this way, it paused.
You want them to run the light.
You could at least a couple people could run the light. We could get this going here.
You want them to run the light.
I did.
Break the law.
Well, they had to. Otherwise, we'd still be there. Anyway, so this is going on. So I'm starting leaning on my horn. The lady next to me looks at me like, what the hell are you doing?
Good for her. Good for her.
And good for her. Yeah.
Kidding.
I'm like, ma'am,
kidding.
are you just clueless? Were you going to sit here the rest of your life?
She has faith that the light's going to turn eventually.
Evidently so. If it had gone again, the guy next to me on this side rolled down his passenger window. That starts to go down. I think he's going to be mad. And he's like, what? And I'm like, I'm pretty sure the light's broken. Like, how do you not know this? We've all been sitting here for 6-7 minutes now. The 2 cars at the very front of the left turn lane are not budging. So they apparently are content to sit there for as long as it need be.
They also have faith that the light is going to turn.
But I have no faith.
What gives them that faith?
Yeah, but what gave them the faith? I mean, it had cycled through 4 times now. The 5th time, I was going to just have to get out of my car and walk up to that and go, will you please do something? Or get, and if you don't, and I would have,
something.
You know what I would have said? If you don't want to run the light, just get out of my way so I can run the light. I'm not sitting here the rest of the day. And finally, on the fifth time, the first two people ran the light, and the next person was able to get half. You know what I mean? And after a couple more cycles through, I got out of there. But I don't know
Did
if
the light ever start working?
I don't know if you're at Claremont Mason Rough and Road, you might still be there. I don't know. This was 45 minutes ago or so.
Wow.
So my question to you is, how differently would you have handled this than I did? And I'll start with you, Tony. Would there have been any difference, or do you know?
I don't know if I would have laid on my horn.
You would have just never laid on
I
it.
think I might have maybe rolled down the window, see if I could talk to somebody, see what else.
See if anybody else was in on it?
I don't think I would have laid on my horn because, listen, what you're asking is for them to, which may not be easy for everybody, and that is the timing between when because they're waiting for their light to turn.
Yes,
right?
they were waiting for
the light's not going to turn. But that also then requires them to guess the exact kind of when the timing of when they can go. And
you know what? Figure it out.
I think a lot of people wouldn't be comfortable with
running the light,
with
even
running
under
the light.
these circumstances. Well, I think
not when there's other cars that could actually hit them.
Okay, I think you are right. Here today. 97.3 The Fan, Alden Gonzalez confirming to the program today the Dodgers are flat out cheating the system. Skraby and I will begin an investigation immediately.
He did not say that. We're going to have to disclaimer that every time we say that.
Yes, we are. We're going to disclaimer it every single time. But we did ask about how convenient it is that Blake Snell is just now returning tonight to start ramping himself up for postseason play. And we can confirm that Alden Gonzalez did say that, the Dodgers do tend to slow play their pitchers coming back.
By the way, that
from
is
injury.
Not illegal.
Nobody said it is.
Play.
And he said they can get away with it because while they're slow paying Snell, et cetera, they got guys that can pitch like Emmett Sheehan and Robleski and all these other guys who you probably won't see come playoff time. Again, and with all, and this is also getting on Skraby's side of the argument about how unfair it all is. There is no other baseball team that could actually have pitching depth to that extent to where they could sit out their best pitchers during the regular season and get away with it. Dodgers.
It's only worked the last 2 years, apparently, though.
Yeah, well, that's long enough for me. That's 2 straight World Series, and a third is going to irk the likes of me and Skraby tremendously. Yes, Blake Snell is on the mound tonight for the Dodgers. As far as the Padres are concerned, a former Dodger, Walker Buehler, going up against the Brew Crew, and he better be on his game tonight because Kyle Harrison, the lefty for Milwaukee, hasn't given up much this year. We will get to the Daily Gambit, but before that, there was one of the strangest plays perhaps in baseball history last night. So much so that it took the umpires and all of the people who judge such things in New York a quarter of an hour to figure out exactly what was right. I know, I'm trying to make it sound as long as possible.
That's either dramatic or you're just old.
Yeah, quarter of an hour. All right, 16 minutes doesn't sound as long, but that is a while for them.
Surprised you didn't say 10 to 4 or something.
Yeah. It took them a while to figure out what the right call was, and I'm going to try. I think between you and me and everybody, we can try to explain what actually happened here, but it's not easy because it's really a complicated rule that is difficult to wrap your mind around. Do you want to play the highlight of the play first and then try to explain what happened?
And then this is on YouTube. If you haven't seen it, you can go to YouTube, Gwynn Chris SD or 97.3 The Fan.
It was in the Boston-Toronto game last night. Unfortunately, it didn't really affect the outcome of the game.
Which is crazy. But
it was a strange deal nonetheless.
This is in the air to center field. Bateman setting up. And the runner at first thought there were 2 outs. Throw the ball to first. This is going to be a double play. The runner at first, Sogar, didn't know how many outs there were. He was jogging around the bases. And it's a double play.
And
There
so
you go.
the inning is over, or so thought Dan Schulman, who called that play, and so thought everybody else who was involved in that play. Simple. There was a runner at first, fly ball, caught, runner doesn't know how many outs. There's actually only 2 outs. They throw it back into the infield. They tag first, double play, inning over. But that's not how it all turned out, because there was also a runner at third base when that ball was hit. And strangely, the runner at third base also thought there were 2 outs. So he just ran home.
Yeah, there's multiple failures in this whole thing.
Oh, it's so complicated.
Do you want to hear the? I'm sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, no, I'm trying to set it up before the umpire gives the explanation. But apparently, with a runner at third, there is room now for a 4th out. The inning isn't officially over with the 3rd out that was made at first base. And as it turns out, the 4th out scored before the 3rd out was made, and took him 15 crazy minutes. And this explanation for a Red Sox player who never tagged up to be allowed to score the run. Here's the explanation they gave, though.
Thank you for doing this, Chris, because I could never explain.
After calling New York, getting it all straightened out, the run is going to score into the inning. 2 runs for Toronto, 1 run for Boston.
It's obviously a rule, but it doesn't make any sense.
Okay.
Yeah, that was Schulman finishing it off. It is a
Yes.
rule. So, Tony, you want to jump in and give your best shot at this?
Yes. Dave was actually watching this game live when it happened and kind of alerted us. Apparently, they had the wrong amount of outs on the board.
Yes, they did.
And typically, as much as we want to believe that, hey, we all, pay attention to the board, we know how many outs, a lot of guys, including myself, will rely on that scoreboard. So the scoreboard had the wrong amount of outs out, and half of the Red Sox thought that it was 2 outs as well. They were coming off the Blue Jays, half the Blue Jays were coming off the field as well. And so I guess after going to New York, I actually have the rule for you right here. MLB Rule 5.09C4. Appeal plays may require an umpire to recognize an apparent 4th out. This is what Chris was talking about. If the 3rd out is made during a play in which an appeal play is sustained on another runner, the appeal play decision takes precedence and is determining the out. If there is more than one appeal during a play that ends a half inning, the defense may elect to take the out that gives it the advantage. For the purpose of this rule, the defensive team has left the field when the pitcher and all infielders have left fair territory on the way to the bench or clubhouse. And so I think it had a lot to do with the scoreboard being wrong and that being a part of this whole scenario that took place. And I think that's why New York didn't have to get involved, because I'm not sure. Because what I'm guessing happened is those same umpires were probably looking at that scoreboard too. Yes, they got their clickers, and maybe there was some confusion there. So that's where New York gets involved. They got to go to the rule book. They decided that 1 run would count based on MLB Rule 5.09C4. And this is one of those weird baseball deals right here.
All right, now I'm gonna jump in here because I love you to death, but honestly, that is not the way I read it. And the way I read all this is that the fact that the board was wrong was talked about, but ultimately it is up to the players on the field to know the correct outs. And if they do make a mistake based on what's on the board, that can't save them. The reason this went to New York is because in order to get the runner out who didn't tag up at third base, you have to put the ball back in play and you have to appeal the call. And the umpires then have
what I just read.
Yeah.
I know that's what you just read. I get it. But what you read is the reason why this was a problem. I don't want people to think that because the scoreboard was wrong, that's why the run counted. The run counted because Toronto never appealed the runner leaving early because the inning was over, getting the guy out at first base. And yes, even if you read that rule, the rule says that the defense had the choice. But the defense didn't have a choice here because if they did, they wouldn't have allowed the run to score. The run did score because of the craziest thing that while getting the third out, the appeal process never took place.
So if they would have thrown to third, that run would have never scored.
They would have had to be so far ahead of the world here for when the ball came in to throw an appeal to third and have that runner called out, and then nothing would have counted.
That's a very confusing way to say that the players left the field early, therefore they couldn't appeal it, and they'd already missed their time. Had the players stayed on the field, they would have been able to appeal, and then this is probably not as confusing. But because they left the field of play, the rest of the players, he said, aside from the pitcher and whatever base needed to be appealed, they had to rule the way they did based on 5-0 whatever C3A B C D.
I do love it when people go according to section 42.
All right. Understand that I'm not disagreeing with anything you said, Tony. I just thought when you explained it, it seemed to me that you were making it seem as if the scoreboard being wrong was really the reason this happened. And the umpires were clear to say that was not it.
The scoreboard was a part of the reason why there was confusion to begin with.
True.
That's why the scoreboard is important. It's not as though these players were just running off the field because they thought it was one out. They were looking at the scoreboard. Whether that had the impact of the rule being applied is not what I was trying to say. I was just pointing out that that's where the confusion came from.
Yeah, it is a confusing thing, but
I don't think anybody really has to learn this rule.
No,
because I don't think this will ever happen again.
This is crazy.
Do you know what I mean?
Right.
So,
I saw people online. Oh, these umpires don't even know the rules. I mean, this is so obscure that I don't mind them calling New York to figure out.
Well, apparently, when they called New York didn't exactly have a ready answer. They had to look all this stuff up too.
They had to go. They had to pull out the book and let them go to
get the book.
I'm looking in the index right now. Indexes says appeals are on page 67-4. So let me get over there. You know.
Oh man, this isn't the right appeal.
Did you hear what Skraby said? Skraby goes, that's why this took up to a quarter of an hour.
I mean, that is a long
played there,
time.
Sir. Well played.
That is a long time.
All right, we got to go.
Yes, we do. We got Daily Gambit.
Nope.
No, I don't know. It's Tuesday, so that means it's Chris. We're going to have Daily Gambit on the other
we will
side.
have Gambit, though. Thank you, Tony.
Thank you.
Clearing it up.
See you guys.
Bye.
From the 97.3 The Fan Traffic Center, here's your
97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help, and there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm going to laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now. Yeah, this is not fun, guys. Never gonna do that again because my mouth is on fire. Thank you for listening to 97.3 The Fan. Be back shortly. I would be back shortly if the thing will click. See, I'm clicking. I'm clicking. I have no idea what's happening. It's not playing any commercials right now. Well, this is just great, everybody. Let me see if I could try to start another one. All right. Well, this is awesome. On the air right now with no help. And there are no commercials to be played. Actually, you know what I'm going to do, everybody? You're getting a real live thing right here. This is real live Matt Skraby. I'm going to have to restart Wide Orbit real quick. So, goodbye, Wide Orbit. It's not even closing. I'm going to text Adam, and I'm going to say, Adam, I tried to go to break, and the commercials did not play, and the program won't shut down. Oh, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to have to do some Control-Alt-Delete over here. Control-Alt-Delete. Okay, I got it. Task Manager. It's not coming up. There it goes. Task Manager came up, everybody. I have no idea. I'm way too generous with my stroke giving. Never mind.
Are you really?
Never mind.
Wait.
I did not mean for that to happen. I did not.
That sounds like a promo to me.
Skraby's giving out strokes. I can't wait to hear that one. I'm gonna laugh for a while on that one.
Nate says, Skraby, maybe you should date her.
You might be a generous stroke giver, but I don't think she really wants to leave her boyfriend for that.
All right, that was good. That was good. In full disclosure, I'm reading this. Tony can't gather himself right now. That was a good one, Chris. That was a really good one. So I saw this at 7-Eleven, and I had to get it. It's called the One Chip Challenge. It was sitting there in the aisle, and I thought, why not? Because I am into spicy stuff. But this thing looks pretty hot. I'm not going to lie. It says a Reaper pepper and a Scorpion pepper. It's also in the shape of a coffin, which doesn't make me very happy about that. It doesn't make me feel good. Oh, extreme heat, it says. I'm going to try a little bit first, just so I don't die, I guess. That's the thing I'm saying. This looks... I don't even know if I should be eating this. It looks like it has mold or something, but let's see how hot it is. Let's go. There's a little bit of spice there. It's going. Oh, man. This is hot. Not that bad, though. I still have this side to go. It is getting hot. I'm not gonna lie. My mouth is like getting crazy. Now it's kicking in. I'm not sure if I'm gonna finish this. Honestly, it's getting serious. I gotta go with the milk. My mouth is dying right now.
Here, Matt Skraby and I are here in the Bill House Studios. We know how. Alden Gonzalez joined the program earlier on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not big banking, it's better. Alden Gonzalez said the Dodgers are cheaters. He didn't, but
He did not.
I like saying it that way, and we're going to continue to kind of just say it and then explain afterwards.
Yes.
If you wonder what we're talking about, go back and listen to the interview. Alden, by the way, said no such thing, so I don't want him to get in any hot water.
Yes. No, he did not say that whatsoever.
Confirmed everything that you and I have always believed, though, Skrabe.
In my mind, he did.
All right.
But my mind isn't the truth.
No, there's no telling what's going on in your mind.
Oh, no. I mean, I thought about, when I went on the walk this morning, you wanted to know what's going through my head? Where's a good stick so I can hit this coyote that I find? Because yesterday I told a story where I picked up a rock.
No coyotes today?
No coyote, but I did pick up a stick.
You had protection.
I did. I'm scared of this coyote.
In case you were concerned.
Scared.
All right. Coming up at the bottom of the hour, we got some good NFL news. Already a quarterback battle in the NFL has been decided. We'll tell you which one. Seems interesting, I guess, to decide it before they even play a preseason snap. But
I think that tells me exactly what
everything you
we
need to know. All right, well, we'll explain all that coming up. Also, the NBA season opening schedule is out. Guess who's going to play in the first game of the year? You'd never guess.
The Sixers.
Honestly, will take you from now until 6-7 seconds from now. Or should I say 7-6 seconds from now?
Hey,
to figure that out.
You know what's going to happen is Joel Embiid is going to be load management for the first game of the year.
Yeah. LeBron may be too. Don't be surprised. Anyway, we'll go through some of that stuff. But right now, Daily Gambit time.
Do you like money?
I think about money a lot.
Do you like money without doing anything?
Winning.
Do you want to make money while watching sports?
I think Washington is immortal luck.
Washington! Woohoo! If you answered yes, this is your segment. Just don't blame us when you lose.
Nothing is ever your fault.
It's your game. Take it.
Gwynn and Chris go through the top bets of the day in The Daily Gambit on 97.3 The Fan.
Daily Gambit is our daily sports betting segment here on Gwynn and Chris. Please, everybody, gamble responsibly. We are broadcasting live from the Bill House Studios where we know how. First bet, Brewers minus 1.5 on the run line against the Padres. We all went Padres. We were correct. Padres win 3-2. Over under 7 total runs. This is where Chris predicted, I guess, the game. I missed that part of it of your.
Yeah, I said I was going under. I said we were due for a 3-2 game, and then I said, but there was one 2 nights ago. But it turned out it was 3-2. I kind of said.
The over under was 7. It was actually 5. So you and Tony won by going under. Dodgers minus 1.5 against the Royals. You went Royals. We went Dodgers. You were correct because the Royals lost by 1. They were leading that game.
Another mediocre to bad performance by Tarek Skubal. Doesn't break anybody's heart there.
No, he's not been the
not yet
the ace that they said he was going
not
to
yet.
be. Not yet. You're right. How many strikeouts did he have? Over under 8. You guys went over. I went under. He had 6, so he was under. Sonny Gray over under 6 innings pitched. You went under, I went over, Tony went over. He had exactly 6. So we push. And then who lasted longer in their game? Mike Soroka or Andrew Painter? All of us went Andrew Painter. Andrew Painter went 5 1/3. Soroka went 4 1/3.
Yeah, Phillies won, Diamondbacks won, Padres won to keep pace. So that's where we stand. 1 game separating the wild card combatants in the National League. Yes, after last night's results. By the way, the Sonny Gray game, that was the game in question, by the way, with the crazy running wild play and
the waste of a quarter hour.
Trapped off third, yeah. If you still don't understand it, it's possible. So you may have to go do some of your own research if you really want to figure it all out.
I got to say, I watched that explanation last night.
Yeah.
Maybe 5 times. Right. And I thought I got it, but I was still questioning myself.
Yeah.
Because I'd never heard of a 4th out.
Anytime a guy doesn't tag up from third base, you have to appeal the play.
Yeah.
He's not just automatically called out. You have to appeal.
Yeah.
Well, the problem here was that Toronto went off the field before they appealed.
Yes.
And the inning ended when they got the guy out at first base.
Yes.
That was their mistake.
Yes, it was.
But it still seems like a dumb rule. that the Red Sox should benefit somehow.
Yeah, I don't get it either. But thankfully, that didn't actually win the game.
Like
for
the guy didn't tag up, and he was allowed to score the run. That's that's the spirit. The rule needs to be changed so that can't happen.
Yes.
All right, let's go to tonight. Brewers are favored again by 1.5.
Brewers again, huh?
You got the Padres back-to-back, Skraby. I'm going to do what I did last week and say no.
No.
Kyle Harrison scares me. I'll take the Brew Crew tonight. I hope I'm wrong.
Okay.
And I think last time I did this, I was wrong. So that's why I'm going with it again.
Yeah, Kyle Harrison does scare me as well. I feel like these comeback wins in the last little stretch has given them a fire. I'm going to go Padres.
I'm going to do it again.
Yeah.
7.5 runs tonight. It was 7 last night. What do you got? Only 5 on the board last evening.
I think this is going to be under.
All right, I'll disagree with you. I'll go over tonight. All right, Paul Skeens will try it again tonight for Pittsburgh. He's at Miami. Because of Skeens, the Pirates are favored by 1.5. But Skeens has been bad for like 2 months. His ERA is 5.5. What do you got? Oh, I'm first. Miami's slumping. Kyle Stowers went on the injured list today for 10 days. That doesn't help their cause.
It does not.
I'm going to take Skeens to shove tonight. He's due. I'll take Pittsburgh on the road.
Yeah, I'll go with Pittsburgh too.
Also taking Pittsburgh. Dylan Cease is pitching tonight for Toronto against Boston. Skeens, I just said, is against Miami. Dylan Cease -1 strikeout.
Against Skeens.
Shows you how many strikeouts Dylan Cease gets when he's favored over Skeens.
Yeah, by the way, Alden Gonzalez said that the Mariners were the most disappointing team in the league. I would like to contend that the Blue Jays might be there too.
They were in the World Series last year.
And they spent a ton of money in free agency.
And they are in last place.
And they're well below 500.
Yeah. There's a few contenders for it. Mets, Blue Jays, Mariners.
Mets is also a great one.
They're the top 3.
I'm going to go Cease.
Going to go with Dylan Cease. Every time Cease does this, it just kind of irks me. Doesn't it irk you?
Yeah, it does.
I think they invented the word irk
for this reason.
For things like this.
I don't disagree.
A guy that was a Padre and never pitched quite like this.
No.
Because he's back to Dylan Cease now. It's not helping the Blue Jays any, though, like you just said.
It's not at all.
Christopher Sanchez already got 15 wins. He's at St. Louis tonight. 6 1/3 innings to get him over. I'm going to say under. Cardinals give him a problem tonight. What do you say?
Reset it for me. I need to see it in my
Sanchez, 6 1/3 at St. Louis. Over is 6 1/3. If you only go 6, then he's under.
The Cardinals are struggling. I'm going to go over.
Going to get over. I got to say, the play we described last night of Burleson making the catch on the line drive and then flat out diving.
Yes.
Airborne completely. Had plenty of padding because he landed on his belly.
He did.
And
but he still looked hurt.
I know.
He kept doing this with his arm where he's rolling the shoulder.
He kind of looked like, I better not ever do that again.
Yeah, he did look like that.
But the way people call old Burleson a beer leaguer, he looks like it. But he had 3 more RBIs last night. This guy can hit.
He can.
He made a great play on that one. All right, PCA versus CJA. PCA versus CJ Abrams, runs, hits, RBIs. Tonight's Cubs at Nationals, so they're playing against each other. Skraby, who you got? Runs, hits, RBIs, PCA or Abrams?
I do not want to see the thrust, so I'm going CJ Abrams.
Hate the thrust.
You do it so well, though.
I don't, actually. If I did it well, you wouldn't play it. I'm going to go CJA because he homers in every game.
He certainly seems
every
like
time
it.
I look at it, how does he only have like 28 home runs? He should have like 60 by now.
Yeah.
Seems like.
His guy, James Wood, is on the IL, so he's got to pick up the slack.
Indiana 3.5 over the New York Liberty in the WNBA tonight. I don't know who's going to win this game. I just want a game to be played where there is nothing controversial that happens.
I don't think that's possible.
I don't either.
I don't think it's possible.
Between our friend from Horizon over here, Dejanay Carrington, fouling
Sophie
Cunningham,
yeah.
and then the whole world reacting to that, and somehow that was a racial thing. I don't know how, but it was at least argued that way.
Well, here the thing is like the commissioner Kathy Engelbert is doing like it's very, very tough thing to deal with when you're trying. You don't want to stifle someone's opinion, which is what Sophie Cunningham. But you got to get control of things. People are talking so much trash about your league right now because no one cares about the play on the court.
I don't think anybody even notices there's games going on.
Yeah, I don't think so either.
Except for like the hardcore, season ticket holder who's showing up and rooting these kids on.
Yeah.
But the WNBA is just a controversial mess right now.
And I don't know if that's us as Americans in society that wants to see it that way because it's the WNBA, or I don't know. I don't know, but they got to do something. Because we're not talking about the sport.
No, and I don't like the commissioner, but you're right. She can't tell Sophie Cunningham not to have an opinion.
Yeah, you can't say that.
So,
but you also,
you
also need to get the focus back on the basketball.
That would be best for the league.
And it's not happening.
And then you've got just so many dumb things happen. Like last night, I think it was, or 2 nights ago, Caitlin Clark's on the bench in a timeout, and her coach just gets mad at her and says, "You're out of the game." And she has to get up, and the other girl sits down. I mean, it just and now it's just like on Twitter for everyone, and it's just a mess.
Yeah.
I'll take the liberty and hope that the game just is a good game.
Yeah, I'm gonna take the liberty as well.
Take the liberty. All right, that's enough. WNBA, we say this every time. Get your act together. You have a good product. But we're not watching it.
One of the things that I get from people all the time about our show and why they like it is because we talk about sports. We get their mind off of what's actually happening in the real world.
Yes.
No one wants to go to a WNBA game and get into a political debate with someone else,
and
which is seemingly what's happening.
Right, and that's a subject that you and I are just absolutely avoiding right now. But it's certainly on the mind of people that are listening to our discussion.
But they don't. But they definitely want. I think that they just need somehow, some way to get people to just watch the sport for the sport, but I don't know if we can go back.
It's getting further and further away from that. And, that's too bad. All right. That's our daily gambit stuff. By the way, you had a good night, 5-1 last night. I was 4-2. So we both, all right. We did all right.
Lucky's eating dinner tonight.
Lucky gets to eat tonight.
Yes.
As what did the old saying, Daddy gets a new pair of shoes. You never heard that one?
I have, but yes.
When you roll the dice in there, Daddy needs a new pair of shoes. I don't know how that came about, but that is one of the old sayings. All right, do we have a second? We got to tack on a minute here.
1 minute.
We do have, like I said, coming up in the next segment, the NFL preseason starts this weekend in earnest, and we just did the Daily Gambit. Ahead of time, I'm not gonna give this, but just for example, tomorrow Thursday?
Wednesday.
2 days.
Wednesday.
Detroit plays Cincinnati Thursday. Cincinnati's a 6-point favorite. How? How do we know this? Who's playing in the game? You don't even know.
I guess you're right there. That is weird. I don't know.
To me, and I'm not saying Cincinnati won't win by 7. I don't know. I'm just saying, how can the odds makers actually even put odds on this? It's preseason. You don't even know who's going to play. Or if the coach says,
then maybe they do.
Or if the coach says, we're going to give Jamar Chase 1 series. Well, is that enough to make a spread like that? I don't. It's crazy.
Yeah, I don't get it either. This is why I actually think if betting companies care, they wouldn't offer preseason betting.
They don't care.
I know.
Betting companies care about one thing: getting money. You to gamble and lose.
Making the money.
Do you like the 49ers practicing with the Titans today?
Yeah, I
ahead of their game. They're playing each other also on Thursday.
There's always at least one couple
of good fights.
Yeah, a couple good fights.
You got Robert Saleh back with his old team against these guys.
Kyle Shanahan looking half dead.
I watched the Hard Knocks last week. The Seahawks in their first workout got into 3 fist fights with the team, each other.
That happens.
Boys will be boys.
Boys will be boys.
All right, we take a break. NFL notes. Who got a starting quarterback job nod today and who is a backup? I think it's a little surprising.
Ben and Wood.
me. My name is
Gwynn and Chris. My name is Gwynn and Chris. Our name.
Your name is Gwynn and Chris?
3:40 is the time. Chris Ello and Tony Gwynn Jr. down at Petco Park getting ready for the big broadcast tonight. He and Jesse Agler have the call. Walker Buehler against Kyle Harrison. If you're looking at ERAs, Kyle Harrison 2.84, Walker Buehler 5.07. Vantage, Harrison.
Yes.
We are broadcasting here, Skraby and I, from the Bill House Studios, where we know how. And there's a lot of stuff going on in football.
Yeah.
Because this is the beginning.
This is when things get real.
Should we put a little music on just to get us all a little more in the mood?
Yes. Yes.
Before you give the big story of the day, which is the quarterback race being decided in Minneapolis, I just saw something pop up involving Puka Nacua.
Yeah, he left practice, but do you know why?
Well, yeah, I do.
Oh.
Puka Nacua, by the way, is considered to be, along with Jamar Chase, JSN, I guess, would be in that league.
Yeah, he'd be mad that you didn't put him in there.
Yeah, I know. They're the top receivers in football. They're the top fantasy scorers, etc. But apparently Blake Snell and Puka Nacua become buddies since Snell became a Dodger and Puka's now a Ram.
Oh, how cute.
Yeah, and so Blake Snell called Puka Nacua at training camp today and said, dude, walk off the field.
Okay, I see
what
where
are
you're
you
going
doing?
now.
Save yourself.
For the second half?
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? That's
wasting
not a bad idea.
valuable energy right now, pal.
Can you imagine a fresh Puka Nacua in like week 11?
That's what I mean. Like, why would you even want, well, not week 11, but, why would you even want him running around at all other than to do some wind sprints and take a couple of hits and then go away?
Puka seems like a guy you just tell go out in the field and he'll just figure it out. Even though he's not, maybe off the field stuff he's having trouble with.
It has come a long way, because I told you this last week. The NFL preseason used to be, and I kid you not, 6 games.
That is a lot.
And in those 6 games, the starters played the game.
All 6. So they ended up, was this 14 game years?
It's 14 game season.
So
but
they ended up playing 20 games regardless?
So yeah, it's always been a 20-week. Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
And I remember, and I'll give you a weird one. The year the Dolphins went undefeated in 72, the all-time, perfect season. The next preseason, they lost their second or third game to the Vikings, and people wrote about it ending their streak. That's how much attention was played to a preseason game.
I feel like preseason was even important when I was a kid.
Like, that was something.
I used to go to preseason games to watch with my grandpa.
I watched many of them, yeah.
And you would get some good play.
I went to many of them. I saw Montana and the Niners play the Raiders up at the Coliseum one year, and but no more. It's really just stealing money from people who have to buy those tickets to get regular season tickets. Let's call this preseason what it truly is.
It is a money
racket. It is just gouging money from fans.
Yeah, because they charge you full price.
Full price.
There's no discount on a meaningless game.
When you buy season tickets, you can't say, I don't want the preseason. It comes with. And I don't think I'm going off on a tangent. Sorry. If you asked all 32 coaches, do you really want to play preseason games, or would it be just enough for you to practice, scrimmage against some teams, get your guys ready that way? I bet you the vote would be pretty much in favor of no preseason games at all.
Of course. But
don't you think a young player don't you think a young player can show what they do in practice or in a scrimmage off the field, out of the bright lights? Because how many times you watch a preseason game, some guy you've never heard of goes 9 catches for 146 yards, 2 touchdowns, and on Tuesday he's got his walking papers.
See, that's where I think those types of players, the ones that are trying to make the team, need preseason games.
So you think maybe somebody else saw them play and that could help them?
Yeah, I mean, you got some tape, you're in camp, you at least got on an NFL field.
I'll give you that, but It's here's another laughable thing about the preseason. Guarantee this will happen, especially because Mendoza, the number 1 pick for the Raiders, is going to play, they say, a lot in the opening game. He'll throw a touchdown, and somebody will say, it's his first professional touchdown.
They will.
No, it isn't. It absolutely isn't.
When you're in the Hall of Fame, it doesn't get counted.
Of touchdowns, he'll have 0.
He will have 0.
Yeah,
that is true.
But will they say that?
Yeah,
you know they will.
They're also going to be like, we found him. We found the best quarterback in Raiders history right here.
Yeah, no, they'll do that too. But the whole notion that he's throwing his first touchdown is a joke.
All right.
Give me the
quarterback
news on the Vikings. What do they do?
The Vikings have named Kyler Murray as the starter of their team. J.J. McCarthy will be the backup quarterback. Now, I think this was a no-brainer.
I do too.
I think this is the only way that the Vikings were ever going to go into this season if they were signing Kyler Murray. J.J. McCarthy now, there's all these articles. Where's he going to go in a trade? We're going to talk about that in the Big Five. But I think this is a great move. I'm curious to see how this looks for the upcoming season, because I do still think that Kyler Murray is a good quarterback. He just maybe needs a different scenery or a change of scenery, and here he is.
Couple of things. I have seen at least a couple of stories. Who knows how true they all are.
I can't find any of these stories.
Yeah, well, I've seen a couple of them. And you're right, that say that Kyler Murray already is disliked and that they have already figured out, just like the Cardinals did, that he doesn't work hard. And
are these like fans? Because I really look for this.
Here's the thing. It doesn't matter what reports might say anyway. What really matters is what's going on with Kevin O'Connell in that clubhouse and how he and Kyler Murray and how that team are getting along. And I cannot believe that Kevin O'Connell, smart as I think he is, you think he is, and so does everybody else, by the way.
Yeah, the NFL thinks he is.
Yeah. Would name Kyler Murray the quarterback in a sense where you'd almost be giving him a pass over the next month where he could just kind of ease into the season if he didn't really believe that Kyler Murray was legit and on it and already have the respect of that team.
Yeah.
He wouldn't have done this.
He wouldn't have.
So anything that I read or that anyone else might have, to me, is just in error. Because I don't think there's no way Kevin O'Connell would turn over his team to Kyler Murray right now.
No way.
If there was any concern that people thought Kyler Murray was dogging it. Now, that was what he was said to have done in Arizona.
But I have also heard and read from other players that Arizona is kind of like Miami. You go there if you just kind of want to chill and get away with half-A-ing. You know
I don't get that feeling watching my new guy down there. He's a little tougher cookie. Yeah, he's much tougher than.
Well, he said, Devon Achane, get ready for the biggest workload of your career.
Never mind that. I just think he's going to hold people accountable, unlike his predecessor. I do think Mike McDaniels will be a really effective offensive coordinator because he has a great mind.
Oh, he did say something today that was hilarious.
What did he say?
They asked him about Marion Hampton and the running back situation, and he went into fantasy terms. He said, well, I hate to tell you all, but he's going to get some time. This other guy. Basically what he was saying is our running backs are going to be switching up all season long.
So you fantasy owners will hate me?
Yeah, he said basically, if you want a running back that's going to be in the game all 3 downs, then our team is not for you.
All right, well, we'll see if that holds up. But you were saying you think Mike McDaniel will end up getting a head coaching job.
I just feel that way. I don't know why.
Well, because he's going to be successful with the Chargers as an OC.
Yep.
And he's a guy that people like. He's good with the media. He says interesting things he says.
Yep. I agree.
I hope if he does get another chance, he'll learn his lesson, that he has to bring the hammer down once in a while.
Speaking of learning a lesson, Rashee Rice spoke at Chiefs camp today, said that the jail sentence was a learning experience for him. I watched this whole thing. He seemed genuine, I will say.
He win you over?
No, I got to see it first.
Yeah.
I got to see it because he won me over after the whole car wreck thing, and then he ended up doing worse stuff. So not worse stuff, but bad stuff. So we'll see what happens, but at least he's saying the right things. I hope he believes.
He said the right things today.
I hope he believes what he's saying.
I shouldn't hold this against him, but I do. It feels like if this was a great learning experience and he really came to, lack of a better term, had that come to Jesus moment. When he got out of jail, he wouldn't have run away from everybody and gotten a speeding car. It just was such a bad look.
Well, what do you expect him to do? I mean, do you think he needs to turn to the random dudes that are sitting in the jail trying to get the video so that their account goes viral?
Nothing wrong with him just saying, look, I'll talk at the appropriate time, but I'm happy to be out. And then tell his buddy, let's try not to peel out of here because it's not going to look good.
It's not going to look good at all. But he did that
I will
anyway.
say this. If the Chiefs let Rashee Rice trip up again and back him again, then that's it forever for me with the Chiefs. I'm already on the border with the Chiefs. But if they continue, I mean, the Chiefs, second chance, third chance, Andy Reid chance, whatever it is, I can't get behind continuing with this guy.
I can't either if something else happens. But so you're saying that you would get in your car and drive like this?
That's what he did do, right?
Yes, that is Rashee Rice. He was in the passenger seat.
Yeah, but still,
I will tell you this, Chris. I've said this before. As a guy who had spent some hours in jail, it does change your perspective on things real quick.
It should.
And I would think that an NFL player heading to jail for 30 days would open his eyes to the life that he is, the path that he's going down.
Yeah, the path. That's what's waiting for him again.
Yes.
If he continues down the path he's on.
So it's almost like a scared straight type of thing for Rashee. I'm really hoping he figures it out.
I hope so for his sake. But if he doesn't, the Chiefs can't give me that whole we got to keep standing behind our guy thing anymore. That's going to run. That's going to run. The statute's going to run out on that.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. Some of the other news.
I got a good one on
football.
Go for it. I got a good one because I think people want to know.
Okay.
Tony Romo.
Oh yeah.
Is he coming back or not? CBS says there's no timetable.
He's not coming back because they've already filled his seat and they filled J.J. Watt's seat.
Well, okay. I disagree with you still, and I'm not saying they're going to jigger everything.
You think he's going to go to the Andrew Catalog team?
Well, I mean, no, they didn't. Did they give this to J.J. Watt 100%?
Well, he's in the seat, and they moved Ross Tucker into J.J. Watt's seat. I don't see them moving back once they've already done this.
It's not moving back. He's filling in. They're saying that he's filling in. To me, it's all up for Tony Romo to do the right thing under these circumstances and get out and be public about what issues and problems he's facing and try to do things that can be helpful to other people and share lessons that he's learned and do right by himself and others. And then I think after time, Tony Romo can come back. I do. I don't think this has to be a career-ending thing.
I don't want it to be.
But if Tony Romo wants to keep running and hiding and basically saying he doesn't have an issue, then it might be a career-ending thing.
I haven't seen it. Has he spoken?
I haven't seen anything. Which
I will give him a little bit more time because this is something that is definitely changing his life. So
there's no doubt, but he needs to get out here soon and say, look, no matter what anybody's telling me, what I want to do is get out here and admit that, I have an issue, I had a mistake, and I am a great example of what not to do.
It would be really hard for CBS to fire him if he did that. It would be really hard.
Wouldn't it?
Yes, because now CBS is a company that doesn't care. If you fire Tony Romo after he comes out and says
I don't think he needs to be fired. I think we will support Tony Romo. We like him. In general, we like him. We don't like what this was.
No.
But I think we like him. And I think if he comes out and says, I messed up, don't do what I did, here's what, steps I'm taking, I think he can get the public.
He's controlling the narrative if he does that.
Well, because we'll see.
Right now, what are we doing? We're filling
Silence
in the blanks.
Is not doing it for him.
Filling in the blanks.
Silence is not doing it for him. But yeah, and I want to point out, I agree with CBS putting him on leave.
He needs to be on leave.
I don't think they needed to say, "Oh, well, welcome back, Tony." So that wouldn't have been right either. But he can still control this. But he has to get better advice than what he's getting right now.
Yeah.
All right, Chris versus the fans. Yesterday, we couldn't find one And I'm talking about a winner. The winner's going to get Padre Pirates tickets. So let's call in and play and beat me today. And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education, because I did not know.
I've allowed milk and bread, but if I was asked,
tell
I'd
us
have
tell
said
us the
no.
actual rules of this. Like
The rule
Let's
is,
see if you can do it, I guess.
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
That's
One
not
of you can't
happening.
do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
Fools.
I will take
And
one.
the winner,
spoonful of
Skraby,
this.
has a jar of
here it is.
a couple of my jars.
I think they
products.
both are winners if they pass
Hold on,
this.
for
I
the
hate to
winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38?
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
No,
Maybe.
this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
Right, and we do
All
it.
right,
Here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
He
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful for those listening.
There's
on
no
that.
doubt. I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right now.
spoon?
That's a full spoon.
All
For
right.
sure.
That is a full
Down the
spoon.
hatch we go.
All
All right.
right.
And man, he went the whole thing. He did not.
My
He
turn?
did not trickle that down the throat. He
He
just.
hasn't reached for the milk yet.
Scraby's coming over.
When does the heat kick in?
Oh,
I knew it.
When does the heat kick in?
Wow.
You better go, dude.
There goes Skraby.
They
Skraby,
both did it.
did you swallow that, Skraby? Yeah.
That is some good stuff.
It's delicious.
delicious.
We're gonna see it.
Tasty.
I'm gonna watch you now.
I'm feeling it already. Adam, are you?
No.
He's
Adam's
feeling good.
feeling nothing. All right, so take another spoonful, Adam. You'll win.
Oh, come on. Now we're double dipping.
Oh,
he's
yeah,
all
you
one
can't put
spoonful.
your same
That's
spoon
not
in
what the
there. Competition's all about.
We always said
Spoonful
that.
two?
Yeah, go
Oh
for it.
yeah.
I always said that Adam Klug was kind of had a.
I at least used a different spoon. No double dipping.
All right.
I didn't know where I don't.
I
think
always
it
thought
matters.
Adam Klug had a cold persona, but evidently it's just the opposite.
All right,
Big
he
boss
is
Michael
handling
Valens
it.
in the
Wait,
YouTube
now,
chat,
dog.
by the way.
What you waiting on? You let laughing and drip in your hand. Oh, okay.
Skraby, where are you? Let me see.
Okay.
I'm just looking at Adam, and Adam's not having any problem at all.
Look at you, Adam.
Adam is back
All right.
to.
College
But
boy.
this
I must tell you, Tony,
hold on.
that Adam has cashed the check.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah,
he did.
cashed
You
his
said I wouldn't
check.
be able to
I
catch it.
did.
No, you
I
cashed
sure
it,
did.
man.
You
You
proved
cashed
me
it
wrong,
for
my
sure.
friend. I
Skraby,
gotta tell you though, this is further proof that whatever we got him with that
the
tie,
tie thing,
was
yeah, because
super weak.
this is less than a 10,
he's
right?
He's over here having a difficult time.
You're turning a little
no,
red,
The time
Skraby.
was just as bad.
You're turning a
This
little
hit me
red.
By the way,
faster.
this is delicious.
Oh my
Oh,
God!
he's
Look
going
at
there.
that one.
Yes.
Come on, Adam. Wow,
Delicious.
you're gonna have to come back in 6 months with like an 88.
Oh.
It's 38.
We'll have to go with the higher Scoville next time.
All right. Oh, wow. Look at this guy. He's talking
Drop.
trash now.
Well,
I
he
haven't had a sip of milk or bread.
He hasn't even reached for it.
No, he doesn't
came out
even
of the
need the
gates
bread.
talking trash.
All right.
All right. Now
Hey,
I'm
man.
going to take another one.
What?
Well,
Why
you got
are
to you got a
doing
whole
this
other
to
spoon.
yourself?
No, because I don't want.
You don't want Adam to say
He
he
adds
has
By the way,
wing sauce,
yeah, he
baby.
get the whole
Full spoon,
get the same
baby.
thing that like he's dropping it all in there.
Keep the studio clean.
It's all anybody's
Big
worried
boss
about.
Michael watching over here. Come on.
Ooh, boy. Scrabe, get back in front of the camera. Your face is red, Scrabe. Isn't it, Tony? Are you
I'm
seeing
sweating.
the same thing?
You are sweating. Your face is definitely.
Why do you keep doing this?
You're not feeling anything?
Adam hasn't even
Anything?
moved over
I
there.
feel a 1 or maybe a 2 out of 10 here.
Wow.
Adam
That's ridiculous
Klug.
because I'm.
Wow.
Adam Klug is a tough
Amy's
son
now
of a
bent
gun.
over the trash can.
No,
over
I had
there.
to spit.
I was going to say, it looks like Adam Klug may be producing the rest of the show because he's fine. Scraby may need
Scraby's
to
going to
go
the
get
bed. Yeah, you know,
assistance.
Here's want
Frank-
the milk, dude. It might
Frank
work
predicted
better.
that.
No.
Oh, did he?
Frank
Scraby's having
predicted that.
bread.
Oh yeah, that Adam would just cruise through this with
Frank
no problem.
predicted this.
He did.
Frank on the last show.
I
said
know you
Adam
had
would
it
have
like
no
that.
He
problem.
did.
I got a newfound respect from Tony Gwynn Jr.
Yes,
here.
you do.
So-
all right.
So Skraby has the prizes for you, Adam. You have one, a jar of the ghost.
You can
pepper
have as much of this
salsa
as you want at all
and
times.
the,
Yeah.
Mr. Lane's roasty 38 chili powder.
You should let me have that chili powder though. I think I do. I think I would do more damage.
Started
with
off
this.
giving me the mild. My
And what is before they try, what is the heat index they're facing? Do we know? Or
Well, you could look up the Scoville on a ghost pepper.
Yeah.
It's one of the world's hottest. There's a couple of hotters.
Scoville's the measurement unit.
The X pepper and all of that.
Thanks for the education because I did not know it was
I've
Scoville.
allowed milk and bread, but if I was asked,
tell
I would have
us
said
the
no.
actual rules of this. Like
The rule
Let's
is
see if you can do it. I guess
you guys alternate spoonfuls until one of you can't.
That's
one
not
of you can't
happening.
do it anymore.
Yeah.
That's not happening.
Until you can't do it anymore.
I will take
And
one
the winner,
spoonful of
Skraby,
this.
has a jar of a couple of my jars.
I think they
products.
both are winners if they pass
Hold on
this.
one second.
I hate to
Winners.
say, yeah.
Yeah, of course.
There will be no back and forth. There will be one spoonful.
Now,
This is the one that he has right now.
The 38?
Maybe.
Okay. All right.
No,
Maybe.
this right here, I've been putting on some of my turkey burgers.
Good stuff.
This is hot.
Okay.
All right, are we
All
doing
right,
this?
here we go.
All right. Let's
Adam's
do it.
ready.
This is a
There,
full
away he goes.
spoonful
He
of
does
the-
have a full spoonful
He does.
for those
This is-
listening.
This is
I'm literally sweating watching him
That's
do
a
this
full
right
spoon?
now. That's a full spoon.
All right.
That is Junior Skraby. Bill House Studios. We know how. Coming up, chance for you all to win 2 tickets to the Padres Pirates game, August 24th. That's 2 weeks from yesterday. First 40,000 fans that night will receive free a Jackson Merrill bobblehead. I believe that bobblehead will homer over the center field wall on command for you.
No, actually, it's gonna rob a home run.
Or rob one. He
Yeah.
almost took. Did he actually take that one away last night, or just did he reach to the top of the
I think
fence?
he reached to the top of the fence. But there was one.
He's back to Jackson Merrill again, and
He
it took
really
a
is.
long time.
He really is.
It took a long time, but he's got it. Tickets will be available for that game at padres.com/tickets. That'll get you right there where you need to get to. In the meantime, 833-288-0973. That will get you on to Chris versus the Fans, where you can win a pair of those tickets.
If you had one shot, one opportunity to take down the human almanac himself,
howdy do.
Now is your time.
Listen to me, this guy is dangerous.
Now is your opportunity to win a prize.
Well, I hope you know what you're in for.
Chris versus the Fans starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
Maybe you are Nostradamus.
CJ Abrams just took the lead in the
first inning
in the matchup with PCA and home runs tonight.
Yes.
2-run shot.
Yes.
Only his 29th? I thought it was like his 129th. It seems like he homers every game.
He does. He does.
But if he did, he'd have more than 29 home runs.
I see fans that are mad about it. There's zero chance he hits 30 home runs if he's a Petco Park guy.
Well, you can say what it. Look, the guy's become an incredibly good player.
Yes, he has.
All right. As I said the other day, for every CJ you can tell me, I can give you 10 guys that were traded that you don't even know who they are.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying that's right or wrong. I'm just saying that, yes, when you trade prospects, sometimes, and you know what? He wasn't even a full prospect. Wasn't he already up at the big league level or pretty close to it?
Yeah.
Anyway, yes.
No, wait. He was at the big league level because he hit a home run as a Padre.
Look, that he got away, but he didn't get away for nothing. We've talked about this too many times. The Padres.
Yeah, but none of those guys are hitting 30 home runs for us, Chris.
I know they're not. Padres went to the NLCS and they became relevant. That was important for this franchise.
Something will probably...
No, it wasn't, Chris. We just gave them away. We give away all the prospects. AJ Preller's stupid.
All right, the rules. You have to make it through 3 questions. Each question will get more difficult. If you get the question right, you move on. If you get it wrong and Chris gets it right, you're eliminated. But if Chris gets it wrong, then you move on to the next question or you win. If you're a first-time player or contestant or entrant, let us know before you get into it, and you'll get
Entrant's
that
my
first
new favorite, by the way. I
question
like that
for
yesterday.
free.
Here's a stupid note up there on the NFL. George Pickens and CeeDee Lamb get the upper hand on Rams DBs today in joint practice. Well, that's it for the Rams then.
You are
It's
irked
over
by everything.
I really am.
Literally everything.
Because that's just so stupid. Who cares? What CJ Lamb ran an
But
out
what if they
pattern
did?
and the Ram guy let him catch it?
But what if they did get the upper hand? You never know. Never know.
Puka Nacua left practice because Blake Snell told him to stop working hard.
Okay, 1 through 6. Give me a number.
6.
6. It's our friend Bernice. Hello, Bernice.
Bernice wins often.
Hi.
Hello.
She'd like to go to the Padre Pirates next game on the 24th. I know that.
Yes, Bernice would.
Go.
All right.
I totally go.
I know you would. That's why you're in line. Here we go, Bernice. Question number 1. Whoops. We just kind of talked about this, but before the NFL went to 17 games, how many preseason games did they play?
She said 4. What did you say before? Skraby actually, they actually went to 16 regular season games, and then they went to 17.
Well, I know. I'm saying before they went to 17, how many preseason games did they play?
No, but before they went. Oh, I see. Okay.
Sorry, Bernice.
No, she said 4. She's right.
All right.
She's right.
All right.
You confused me.
No, you confused me because you were confused at your own self.
Well, you said we just talked about this, so I thought you were referring to the 6-game preseason.
Oh, no. We've talked about the preseason multiple times. Anyway, Bernice, you're
Bernice
right.
got
We
it
move
right.
on. We
Thank
move on.
goodness.
We move on. That was tough. That was tough.
I tell you know something? I have a lot of stress in my life. And playing Chris versus the fans shouldn't be part of that stress.
That's your fault then.
I guess.
You're letting it affect you. Here we go. Question number 2.
Hang on. I'm distressing.
During the 2008 MLB season, the Brewers made a deal at the trade deadline to bring in what Hall of Fame pitcher?
2008?
Yes.
Wow.
2008.
Brewers
2008. Bernice, come on. You got to go back 18 years is all he's asking here.
I know. I'm going back, but I can't even think back in 2008.
That's a tough one.
You're going to pass.
I think it's old. Well, now I'm forgetting his name. The left-handed guy that is friends with Tony. Oh, my God.
Because this game's named after you, you have to get his name.
I know I do. What is his name? I just had it.
All right, gonna need an answer.
I don't know.
You don't know.
I can't think of his name. We were going to get him on a seed. Oh,
CC Sabathia.
Yeah. I just give it to Bernice. I'm wrong.
That's right.
All right, Bernice is moving on to question number 3.
I was trying to say CJ Santana, and I'm like, that isn't it.
CJ Santana.
I told you it's the stress of this game.
I guess so. CJ Santana.
Yeah, well, I knew that wasn't right. That's why I kept thinking.
All right.
That's ridiculous.
Here we go. Question number 3.
This game is getting the best of me. Every game's getting the best of me right now.
In the inaugural, by the way, we're going to have a Field of Dreams game on Thursday. The Phillies are playing someone. But in the first Field of Dreams game in 2021, which White Sox player hit a walk-off home run?
Come on.
Oh, my God.
You are so mean to Bernice.
I mean, it's a question number 3.
2021. It was a White Sox player?
It was a White Sox player?
It's so mean. I think you ought to just, never support Skraby again, Bernice. Really.
That's
I
just...
always call him my favorite, but
Yep.
I know. She says you're her favorite.
Do you have an answer, Bernice?
No, I don't.
Okay, let me put you down. Hold on a second. Chris?
Well, I was going to guess CJ Santana, but I'll try Tim Anderson instead.
I was going to say CJ Santana is the correct answer, but Tim Anderson is actually the correct answer. I'm sorry,
Bernice. I had to redeem myself there.
By the way, Tim Anderson retired yesterday.
Yeah, he did.
33, kind of young. He fell off after he got punched in the face.
I was going to say the effects of that Jose Ramirez.
Oh, it was Jose Ramirez.
Down goes Anderson.
It's one of the great things.
Great call ever. Tom Hamilton, Hall of Fame.
Yes. All right. Let's go to our next 1 through 6, Chris.
1.
Phillies are playing the Twins, by the way. Neil, you're up. You ready?
Hey guys, returning combatant.
Returning combatant.
We're on to combatant now.
I like it. I'm going to forget all these words, but I like it.
I know. Yeah, really.
All right, here we go. Question number 1.
Returning combatant. Pretty good.
How many soccer players are on the field at the same time?
For one team or both? You got to be honest there.
Fine.
That's
both.
Fair. Both teams combined. How many
For
we
both
got?
teams.
Yes.
20.
20.
Sorry, Neil.
It's going to be 22, I think. Yeah, I didn't get the goalkeepers in there, Neil.
Yeah, the only reason I remember that is because it's the same as football.
It is. Yeah, sorry, Neil.
Sorry, Neil. All right, give me another one. 1 through 6.
Let's go in order. 2.
2. Let's go to Guy. Hello, Guy.
Hey, Guy.
Hey.
Hey. How are you doing?
Good to have you
Chris,
with us.
You're awfully fiery today, Chris.
I know.
Well,
calm down.
if you saw how bad my golf game has gotten lately, guys, it's carrying over to the show. I know I should leave it on the course,
You
but
do.
I can't do it.
You do need to leave
I'm
it.
playing
You do.
so bad.
You do. Yes, you are.
It's just affecting
Hey,
everything.
can you just give me a get off my lawn?
I need to get off the golf lawn is what I got to get off of.
Okay. All right, Guy, here we go. Question number 1. Who currently leads the Padres in hits?
Hits, huh?
Mm-hmm.
How's about Nando?
Nando. Correct.
Winner.
He has it by a lot. Like, before yesterday, I think it was 20. He has 130, and the next guy has 110, I believe.
Yeah. He
Before
also
yesterday's
gets
game.
a few more chances in that leadoff spot. But
He does. All right, we're going to question number 2. Let's see. All right. The Chargers. No, that's too easy of a question. I'm sorry. I got
Well, this is number 2.
Easy.
Yeah, but that's
Neil
way
liked
too
that
easy.
idea. Neil's like
okay, here we go.
trying to cheer you on.
HBO's Hard Knocks first debuted in 2001. Which team was the very first team featured on the show?
That's a great one.
How about great one? My clue is it the Dolphins? Because it's
No, that's not a clue. It's not a clue.
If you
I
want
just think it's a
another
really
guess,
good question. That's a good question.
how about the Colts?
Colts, he says.
I could see them doing that. Not the first one, though.
Yeah, Ravens. I remember it.
Oh, my goodness.
Sorry, Neil. I
Ravens.
like you,
No,
Neil.
it's
You're
Guy.
a good
It's Guy.
combatant.
It's Guy.
Guy. That's right.
Guy.
Neil was last.
Sorry,
Guy.
Guy.
Thanks for the concern, though, about my golf game. It needs a lot of help.
It definitely does. All right, let's go to Zach. Hello, Zach.
Hey, Zach.
How we doing, fellas?
Very
Pretty good. Ready to play?
I also want to say I shot a 78 at Saquon about 3 months ago, and I have not been able to break 100 since.
Oh, wow. So there you go.
Wait a second. Zach, you don't even know how much better you just made me feel.
Yep.
Because that's the exact issue
I'm
I'm
in
having.
the chamber.
What's that?
I'm in the chamber, man. 78. I shot a 78 with a 4-putt on 18. Should have been a 76.
Wow.
And ever since, every 100 to 180 yards is a shank. Not even a bad shot, just a cold shank. I don't know what I'm doing.
Zach,
I think we need
Zach,
to get Zach
you
the
and I
tickets.
we're both right now going to cure each other. Just right now,
Okay.
talking to each other, because that's what I told Skraby. I've been shooting in the 90s, low 90s, even almost getting to 80s, and now I'm in the mid 100 range, and I can't figure it out.
Never seen Chris.
No,
So both of us are doing the same problem. Similar
I taught
problems.
2 friends how to play the game, and I thought they would never beat me, and they've both beaten me in these last couple weeks.
You know what?
So,
Your golf
it's
luck
not-
is going to turn around.
Zach, you're going to call in
let's
2 or
do
3
it. Let's
weeks,
do
and
it.
we're both going to talk about how life is good again.
Yeah, no, it's true. It's true. When you are at the point where you want to quit golf, that means you need to keep going.
You know,
it's going to be right around the corner.
Just to define
Pay
our
$100 for a tee time.
Yeah, to define our exchange right now, Zach.
The whole time.
Yeah, the definition of our exchange right now is that misery loves company. So
yes,
I feel much better.
All right, Zach, are you ready to play?
I think you should just give him
I'm
the
ready.
tickets.
Okay, here we go.
He just cured my golf game. He gets the tickets.
I hope no one's mad at this question, but which Padres bullpen piece just saved his 30th game last night?
That would be one Mason Miller.
One Mason Miller is correct.
Miller.
He is awesome.
I think you should give the save to Freddie for me throughout the last hour.
Yeah, I was thinking about that. That's
Yeah.
weird.
Freddie.
All right. Okay. So over the weekend, a New York. Oh, sorry.
Are we on question 2? Okay.
Yes, we're on question 2. Over the weekend, a new Mets player recorded 5 hits against the Padres. Which Mets player had 5 hits?
Wait, what? Mets?
Yeah.
Wait, when?
Did the Mets play the Padres this weekend?
No, I said they played the Pirates.
Oh, Pirates.
Yes.
A Met player.
Which new Met player?
New Met player?
Yeah.
Oh, Benj?
Benj.
Oh, it wasn't Benj.
Chris?
Well, Benj isn't that new. He's been there a little while, so I don't know what new. I don't know how new the guy is.
He would consider. I would consider him new.
Yeah. You know, this is annoying, but
maybe I said
really
Padres because people are saying they heard Padres. It's
I
Pirates.
thought you did say Padres, but it is Pirates. Okay. You know, I like Zach so much, so I'm not going to try to think this out because I saw the highlights of all these games, but I don't remember who the hell had a 5-hit game for the Mets. So I'll say Brett Beatty, but I know that's wrong.
Brett Beatty is incorrect.
Yeah, he's an old Met.
All right. It was Bo Bichette had 5 hits over the weekend.
Oh,
new Met.
You said new Met. I thought he just joined the team last week.
No.
Goodness.
All right, Zach, you are on to question number 3.
You know what? Zach and I both should have figured this out, that half of getting these questions right is figuring out where the hell you're coming from.
No.
Yes.
No.
What new player? I mean, Bichette's been on the team since April. He's not new.
Jeff wants to know if the actual answer was CJ Santana.
Funny. Yeah, I'm gonna deservingly get crap for that one for a while.
All right, here we go. Question number 3. Who is the only pitcher in Major League Baseball history to throw a no-hitter on opening day?
A no-hitter on opening.
Something tells me by Chris's response that he knows this. I've never heard this before.
No, I know this one. It's all right. It's a tough one. It's old, Zach. I'm gonna give you a clue because I'm a fan.
Old?
The guy did it a long time ago.
Letter?
What?
First letter.
First letter.
First letter of what do you want? His first name or last name?
First.
B.
B.
Yeah, B is
old pitcher.
Yeah.
B. Bob Feller.
He got it.
Wow.
All right.
Wow.
No.
Zach, our golf games are fixed.
Wow.
Forever. I feel
Stay
it.
right there, Zach. Wow.
He got it. Bob Feller is right.
I in a million years, I
never thought he got it.
He would get it, but that is correct.
Bob Feller
was awesome.
Bob Feller was Nolan Ryan before Nolan Ryan came along. Bob Feller threw harder than anybody way back in the 40s, and he did throw a no-hitter on opening day. He's the only guy ever to do it.
I need to go back and see the look on my face when he answered that because that was
pretty good. Yeah, I didn't expect him to get it. But Zach, stay on the line. You win. I'm happy you won. And I also, please, let me just, because I know that this is an issue on the game sometimes, we never cheat like this to help somebody win. We just don't. So don't be writing Skraby in and saying this, that, and the other.
Well, Cody said he's filing a grievance.
Whatever. File a grievance.
Cody, on Thursday when we play the game, you can be first up. How about that?
Just get over it, people. We really don't. I don't even know Zach, but I love him now. He's my guy. I'm going to be thinking about him the next time I play. Going, hey, it happened to Zach. It can happen to me.
I don't know if Zach wants that. Channeling. Never mind.
Stay on the line, Zach. Padre tickets are yours. Thanks to Bob Feller. Good pull on 97.3 The Fan. Network here as we rejoin the program. Chris Ello, Matt Skraby together in the Bill House studios. We know how. I thought it was the NFL Network. Apparently, it's the new boxing channel. Did you see the guy standing up there at the podium? He looked like he'd been through like 6-7 rounds.
Kyle Shanahan with the black eye.
Kyle Shanahan up there. He's got the black eye. He's got the hat pulled down like this. You can still see the nose is cuts on it.
Yeah, he's got a cast on one of his arms.
I thought we can laugh now because he's okay.
I thought you were going to say, because I noticed this the other day about NFL Network, is that all of the hosts are holding ESPN microphones. And I was like, and it's because ESPN owns the NFL Network now.
One thing I agree with you on some things. This is one of them. Big companies just swallowing up everything can't be good for any of us in the long run.
No.
Is that fair to say? Or is that, I'm not a big business, that's not my way of doing things and counting money, but every time, like, wasn't the movie did you ever see Wall-E?
I love Wall-E.
Okay. Wasn't the beginning at least of Wall-E, because it's in the future, right?
Yeah.
Wasn't the notion that
we're talking about a robot?
Yeah, Wall-E was it was a robot.
All right.
But it was all in the future, and the notion was that the company that Wall-E was working at or part of was like it.
Oh yeah, it was.
So it's like Costco.
Yeah, it was a big
times
conglomerate.
1,000.
Yeah.
So there was no other companies.
Yes.
Like they did everything.
Yeah. Wall-E was.
So that's extrapolating it out. What I'm just saying here is every time the big company swallows, 10 more, then eventually, right? Even ESPN eventually will probably get swallowed by somebody. They already kind of are.
They did.
Disney,
ABC,
right?
Yeah, Disney.
Yeah. So anyway,
I
you know where I'm going here. It's like, bring me a couple of mom and pop people.
The problem is,
but the mom and pops can't keep up.
Yeah, that's it. They can't keep up with the big money.
And they can't keep up with the prices, then the big money. And whenever I order something from Amazon Prime, I'm doing damage to the little guy in my neighborhood who would like me to go to their store and buy it from him or her. But Amazon Prime is so damn convenient. Pretty hard not to just pick up the phone and say, hey, I need a new order of protein bars and it'll be here in an hour. So how do we, how do we go back?
I try really hard not to use Amazon.
Right.
But there are certain things where I'm just like, I don't want to go anywhere.
You don't want to look around. You don't want to wait. You don't want to spend all day.
And it's already there. I've already ordered it. It's like stuff like shampoo, things like that. Like easy.
Yeah.
But I try not to use Amazon because I'm against them. But I do use them.
I know. Well, I agree with you. I'm totally against them too. But I'm on there, looking. And not only that, they make it so easy, Skraby. When I run out of golf balls, which the way I'm playing now is all the time.
Yeah, you need to order them.
But you don't have to even find them. You just go to click on something you bought before and they just show up and you click it again. And then they're at your door.
They make it really easy.
Yeah.
They make it really
hard to go
easy.
to the local golf shop and buy the balls there.
I like to go into the golf shop though, because sometimes they have bins of old clubs and then you get to hit it in the simulator. And so I'm getting a range session with free clubs.
Well, you're not wrong, but most people are like,
no, most people don't.
We go the easy way. By the way, I would also like somebody to explain to me how it is that when I order something from Amazon Prime, I'm going to the mailbox tomorrow, the next day, I'm looking to trip over it in front. It takes 4 or 5 days, whatever my get. But if Lori orders the same item, it's there before she hangs up the phone. Why is this?
She's probably picking the best option because I know that it is confusing.
Know what I'm saying, though?
No, the delivery is confusing.
She's got this magical touch.
The delivery is confusing because you could order, say, 10 items. 8 of them will come tomorrow morning at 4 a.m. Yeah. And then one of them is going to come in 3 weeks for some reason.
That's the one I get?
Yeah, and that's the one you get.
Because I know Lori doesn't pay extra for quick delivery. She would never do that. That would be, in her mind, a waste of some sort of, money that she would not.
I mean, how quick? It comes at 4 a.m. the next day.
No, it comes like before she hangs up the phone. No, it's like they're sitting out front when she orders the item and then they just walk it to the door. That's how quick she gets stuff.
I hope my friend's not listening, but he was telling me about his wife and how it drives him absolutely insane to the point where he wants to start hiding all of the boxes that get delivered because it's just like he shows up and there's about 17 on the door.
Always a box, yeah. There's no doubt. Yeah, tell your friend, welcome to the world. This is what the world we're in now. So, might as well just you can't beat them, join them. So David, do what I do. Start ordering a few things yourself.
David makes a good point about why to use Amazon. Getting a young kid out of the house is painful enough, than getting them out of the car and through a store is painful enough.
Yeah, don't disagree, David. Yeah, so easy. So easy to do the Amazon thing. That's why Amazon, what is it, Bezos?
Yep, Bezos.
has quintillions of dollars or whatever the word is.
Yeah, he's trying to go into
He knows
space,
damn well that all of us...
Just know every single dollar you spend at Amazon goes into Bezos's space program.
Yeah, I know. That should get you out of the house to go buy it yourself somewhere else, but it doesn't.
It definitely won't.
No, it doesn't.
And
trying to find something for the little guy here, but it's hard, man. The little guy is really up against it now.
SD Jonesy also said gas is expensive, which I fully understand. I'm driving from San Marcos every day, San Marcos area.
Yeah, I'm not going to comment.
I mean, you drive maybe less than a mile a day. How often do you fill up your car?
I don't keep track, but is
it once every 2 weeks?
Oh, more than that. 3 weeks, 2.5.
Once every 3 weeks?
Probably.
Oh my goodness. I'm filling up once every 4 days. That is insane. I can't even imagine that.
I'm definitely lucky.
Do you forget how to pump gas when you get back to the gas station?
I don't.
Okay.
I actually know how.
You actually know how. That's
Although
very
I did live in a time when the guy would come running out and pump it for you, and it didn't cost extra.
Man,
he would also wipe your windshield. Can you believe that?
When I went to Boston, did you know? I don't know if they still do this.
Oh, in New Jersey, I think it's actually still state law.
They make someone pump your gas
I think
for
it's
you.
still
You're
state
not
law.
allowed to pump
I think
your
you're
gas.
right. Still
Which is wait, now I have to give the guy a tip?
I think it's
you're
New
telling
Jersey
me?
is the state.
Why?
I could be wrong. I don't know.
They
Every
don't trust
state has
us
their
to
own
pump
rules.
our own gas?
The guy used to put the hood up. I don't even know. Do they even have a dipstick anymore?
They have to. If it's still an engine, yeah, they do.
Do you know what I mean?
But yeah, he was checking
pull the
oil.
thing out. Okay, you're good. That was crazy.
Man, we missed all. Now that we're even lucky if they even say anything to us when we get gas.
You don't even see anybody anymore. It's all automatic. You just push the button, you put your card, you pump the gas, you drive off.
I'm extremely annoyed when it says to get your receipt, you have to go to the clerk inside.
Oh, I'm not doing that.
I don't need no receipt.
I don't need one at that point.
You're making me go inside?
I certainly don't need one at that point. Who has time?
Crazy, man.
Who has the time? All right, we have time for the Big Five. I know that. I don't know. Little complaints I think that we all share out there. So,
yes,
we're not alone.
Yes,
Let's just,
we are not.
that's probably the best way to look at that. More Gwynn and Chris is coming up.
Big Five.
I understand that everybody's got to do what they got to do. I mean, first of all, though, the name Weekend, as this is his name, the guy who sings the song, or that's what he goes by?
This is his artist name.
His artist name, Weekend. Okay, that's fine.
I always thought it was The Weekend, but it's not.
No, it's just Weekend.
Yeah.
But, okay, that's a little crazy enough that you're going by the name Weekend. Do you also have to misspell it?
Yeah, because then how are people going to remember you?
Yeah. All right.
What does I got to look and see what he leaves out? I know he does.
He leaves one of the E's out, or both E's. I don't know. It's just weird.
I think there is one E missing.
Yeah. Weekend. All right.
You know what? If we're going to... The other day I saw
we may not even ever get back to sports the way we're going right now.
No, I saw a license plate the other day, and I don't want to say how it was spelled, but it didn't make sense. It's spelled out, to be loved. What does that even mean? To be loved. Like you are so beloved. What does that mean? Are you so beloved that you have too much belovedment? I don't understand what the
too much belovedment.
This is what I was thinking in traffic the other day. What does too beloved mean?
I don't know.
Exactly. It means nothing.
Okay.
And that person paid for a vanity license plate.
You know what? Adam Rank used to think I was a great dude, though, the guy on NFL Network. He loved the Chris Ello part of the show. Now he won't join us anymore.
Well, I stopped asking.
Hurts my feelings.
It shouldn't hurt your feelings. Like this is what he said the first time he came on.
You're a legend.
You kept that.
Yeah,
thank you.
Been here for all time.
You and I we've gone to the end of being able to find anything to watch on TV anymore. MLB Network is not just carrying any game right now. They're carrying a minor league game between the St. Paul Saints and the Iowa Cubs.
It's because they're at the Field of Dreams.
Because they're playing at the Field of Dreams. So we get to watch a minor league game. Two teams couldn't tell you a thing. Is there any way we can change the channel?
No, because it bothers you so much.
Then let's get to let's get back to sports then.
Don't you have the remote?
I do.
Yeah.
All right, you introduce the Big Five. I'll change this game.
Okay.
It's that time of the show when we check on the latest in sports. Only the most important topics and questions are brought to light.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
These news stories will astound and amaze you. The one, the only.
Oh my God, who the hell cares?
The Big Five starts now on 97.3 The Fan.
All right, all guests join us on the SDCCU fan hotline. It's not Big Bang Banking, it's better, and we will get started.
What do you think of Glam Golf with Blair O'Neill?
Glam Golf? I don't want anything to do with Glam.
I don't know what that is.
I don't want anything to do with Glam
I don't
Golf.
think I can find anything to replace the minor league baseball game.
Yeah, it's Tuesday, man. Tuesday in August.
Why I'm at it, I got one more little complaint about minor leagues. Who decides you're the number one prospect for a team?
The collective.
Who is it? Who gets the call? Who gets the
collective
call?
ranking? Well, for MLB,
the collective ranking.
For
Who's
MLB,
that?
it's Jim. I don't know if Jim Callis does it. I know Jonathan Mayo does it.
So
Our
is
guy
it up
Sam
to him?
Dykstra.
I don't know. I mean, the Padres have a list, right?
Yeah.
Padres number one prospect, Ethan Salas. Number two, so and so.
Not Cash Mayfield anymore.
Not anymore. But who makes the list? Who decides?
People.
Okay,
and we just
people,
and we just buy it,
and we do right. Can't trade him. Why? He's the number two prospect.
Yeah.
Says who? I don't know.
Says the number in front of his name.
Right. I just believe it.
When I go to MLB.com and I look at the prospect rankings, it tells me.
Here's something we could watch: Man Fire Food.
Okay, can we get to the segment? Jace Bowen. We have talked about him. He's been on the team for quite a while. I get a lot of questions about why is he still on the team. Last night he had a pretty good defensive play, held a guy from a double to a single.
That was a good play.
Yeah, so that's a big deal.
Good play. I thought when that ball was hit, double.
The only thing I can think of that he's done really terrible.
Can we just add to that the very next pitch was a ground ball that turned into a double play that would not have been a double play had it not been for Jace Bowen.
True.
So let's give him his credit.
Very true. Okay. He also, the one thing he can't do is, like you said the other day, get picked off after you've been put on the field to pinch run. You can't get picked off.
That doesn't go over big.
Anyway, people ask me, why is he on the team? He's terrible. Again, he's not terrible. But, Chris, is he deserving of the last spot in your mind?
I don't know. Samad Taylor's going to take it back sooner rather than later. From what I understand, he's coming back.
Yeah.
So he's just keeping it warm.
I think at this moment, is he deserving?
I don't have a problem with the last guy in your roster being somebody who's really fast and can play all three outfield positions, basically two, because you don't need a center fielder. Jackson Merrill's not going anywhere. But having a person who can defensively give you right, left, center, and then is fast, those are qualities that a 26th man should have.
Yeah.
So I'll say it that way.
Yeah.
Whether it's Jace Bowen, if you got somebody else in mind who does those things, let me know. But, I'm okay with them.
He hit his home run, but the bat has not been there for him.
Not at all. He had a big chance. I mean, this was a huge chance for him to get established as a major leaguer. I feel bad that he did not do it. He did not take advantage of it.
I agree with you on that because Samad Taylor did take advantage of it when he was there.
That's why when he's healthy, he'll be right back in.
Yeah.
And Jace Bowen will be out.
I will say he's survived the test of time. There have been guys that have been sent down, DFA'd, and he's still there.
But how many guys that play all three outfield positions have been sent up and down? Nobody.
Nick Castellanos could definitely play all three.
He was a
outfield
long
positions.
time ago before Jace Bowen ever got.
Doesn't that feel like last season?
Nick Castellanos is not in the team photo, but Austin Hayes is.
That is funny.
So there you go figure.
That is funny. And Jace Bowen will be.
Yeah.
So there's this whole thing in the Little League World Series. There was a Tulsa team that was disqualified by Little League International, which is what runs the Little League World Series.
And what were they qualified?
They were disqualified for having an ineligible player. That's all we know about this.
We don't know details.
We don't know if it was like someone who was too old or if it was someone who lived outside of their district or whatever it is. We don't know what it is. But that Tulsa Little League team immediately went to a judge and got a temporary restraining order on the disqualification.
Right.
And that judge said, you know what? You are allowed to play.
Yeah.
So, hey, you're going to go back and you're going to play. Well, today, another judge threw out a temporary restraining order.
Yeah.
And so Texas West is going to be heading to the Little League World Series instead of Tulsa.
So Tulsa's out and Texas West goes right in.
The second judge threw out what the first judge did.
That's because the second judge
had
a kid on the Texas West team.
Oh, I was going to say has a brain, but you might be right there, Chris.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I don't really have a question.
Yeah, you don't have to have one. I'll talk about it.
It just seems like for whatever reason in the last year and a half, 2 years, and maybe it's just with what's going on in our world, but no one is able to accept a ruling that does not go in their favor anymore. It doesn't seem like anybody can wrap their head around, hey, maybe we had an ineligible player. We shouldn't play because we broke the rules.
Yeah, I'm not going to talk about all the law stuff because I don't know it. In order to talk about it, and there's somebody who's in the law listening and they're going, Chris, shut up. You don't know what you're saying. So I'm not going to go there. I do think our justice system is the best or among the best in all of the world. Doesn't mean it couldn't use a little tune-up here and there. I'll say that. Remember I told you last week about the lady trying to run, or it was the lady's the head of the board, but the board trying to take over in our neighborhood and railroad thing, that whole thing through with the grass and removing the grass, and everybody's upset.
Was the meeting last night?
The meeting was last night. At the meeting, I stood up. I asked the first question. I said, hey, explain yourself. That's all we want. Just tell us why you're doing what you're doing so we can at least either understand it or not agree with it. I'm going to tell her the lady answer was on point. And when it was over, I was fine. I don't want them to take the grass out, but keeping a long story short, they are putting a law in the state of California within the next few years that if you have grass in non-usable areas, you will get fined up to $1,000 a day because they don't want to waste water on grass that's not necessary. I'm not going to go into this whole thing. It's not what our show's about. But I'm bringing this up to say that everyone in my group kind of didn't agree with the ruling, but we had to accept it and understand it. So I wish that happened in the real world of the law, because you're right.
I'm finding out because there has been news since I got this story in the Big Five this morning, and I didn't check. I just checked briefly. We do know. I'm just going to read it. While the committee didn't go into detail about Tulsa's violations, other than ruling that an ineligible player was on the roster, the protest filed Sunday accused Tulsa of a handful of rule violations, including fraudulent use of the Challenger Division, a league for players with physical or intellectual disabilities, to falsify player eligibility.
Can I just say from afar, if they find any of that kind of stuff to be true, then the Tulsa League is out of it like forever.
Should be.
Yeah, just give death sentence.
Quote, no,
it's
not
Little League Baseball. Can we please just at least not cheat at that level? I know
here's a quote
I'm dreaming
from the filing. Not only are there multiple sources that have confirmed that Tulsa National Little League did not play a Challenger game this year, there are questions regarding whether the player would even qualify for the Challenger program. Using a special needs program in this manner is so egregious that anyone involved with this should be banned for life from Little League.
That's what I said.
Agree.
Anyway,
this is
I
all
agree
bad.
with you, Skraby. Not every decision goes your way. Sometimes grin and bear it, move on, get the next one. But it's not the way things are.
No.
Not in this world. It's a litigious society we live in.
Yeah, the new news that I just learned really makes me angry.
Well, the ruling of the judge to keep Tulsa out, there's got to be a judge above that judge that could trump that if they want to keep going.
It does seem like judges
Sorry, I
like
used the word Trump. That was just a happenstance there.
It just seems like judges like to overrule other judges. And anyway, we're moving on now. We are on question.
We're covering a lot of stuff. Should we get into the weather?
Yeah, I don't know. We're not even into question number 3 yet.
I know we're doing everything with sports right now.
After the Vikings announced Kyler Murray would be the starter for the Vikings, I immediately saw articles coming out talking about where J.J. McCarthy could go to resurrect his career.
Okay.
So, Chris, do you think J.J. McCarthy would be a starter for any other NFL team this year?
I think he could give the guy in Miami a go. Malik Willis, who would you take just off the top?
Him or JJ? I would take Malik Willis over JJ McCarthy.
Okay. Well, if that's true, then JJ McCarthy better sit tight and back up Kyler Murray, because I don't think there's any worse quarterbacks out there. Having said that, Atlanta be a good place to look.
I would take Tua over. I would take Tua over JJ McCarthy.
I think, but does JJ McCarthy see? This is almost what you just talked about in a different manner. Because he's not the starter, does he get to then quit his contract and find something else? No. He has now the backup until further notice.
Yes, because
That's
is
how
on
the
the
world
Vikings.
goes. Right.
And let me get this straight. He didn't say that. This was just an article.
Yes,
that was put out
but
there.
I'm just saying, should he be able to come out tomorrow and go, well, then you trade me tomorrow because I'm not starting?
He can, but he would be a jerk for it.
It's what's going on, though. Yeah. I don't have a good answer other than to say I would have chose Kyler Murray because he gives greater upside.
Yeah, I
to
don't
my
think,
man Kevin O'Connell.
I don't think JJ McCarthy, as he stands right now, would be a starter on another team.
But I also never thought JJ McCarthy would be any good in the first place.
That is true. All right, Wemby, our guy Victor Wembanyama, he recently said something that people thought was crazy, but I don't know if it's that crazy. He says he thinks he could score 100 points just like Wilt Chamberlain did back in the day. So I'm up first. Do you think Wemby could score 100 points? It would have to take a perfect game, but Bam Adebayo almost scored 100 points.
He got 81 or 2 or 3.
Yeah,
he broke Kobe's record.
If Bam Adebayo can score that many points, then Wemby could score that many points. Could he score 100 points? Yes. Is he going to do it? No.
Well, I think he can do it. And you're talking to a guy that is still expecting within reasonable time the first NBA 200-point game by a team.
Like a combined, or you mean a single team scoring 200?
Yeah. You think they're shooting a lot of threes now? Just give them another 5 years.
Just give them a
They'll
4-point
never
line.
shoot a 2.
Go to a 4-point line, 5-point line.
I mean, it really is crazy when you consider how many points, and I'm going to use Jordan here, but Jordan scored 35 a game. He made like 1 3 a game, if that.
That is kind of crazy.
Yeah, now guys score 35 a game, but that's because they get 9 threes a game. It's different.
Wemby does shoot threes.
He does. He could make 100. Don't put it out of the realm at this point. These games are very little defense played, until the playoffs. We know this.
Number 1.
Ben Simmons says that I'm going to stop this real quick. Ben Simmons says he's regained his athleticism. Didn't know it left him. And is feeling, quote, the best he has in years. Several NBA teams have expressed interest in Simmons, who is open to signing a veteran minimum contract. That's my question.
Yeah.
Is it pathetic for a team to want Ben Simmons?
Yeah. How much proof do you need that the guy's just not going to ever be anything but a lazy bum?
They're going to bring him in. He's going to get paid veteran minimum, and he's not going to play. All right. We have a preview of tonight's game between the Padres and the Brewers when we get back here on 97.3 The Fan.
Baseball season.
Over under 3.5 times for me to do this. Right now, this is going to be difficult, I think.
2 on, 2 outs. Lifted in
It's
the
just,
air,
yeah,
left field, pretty
fly
well
ball.
struck.
Not going to happen.
Brings it in, and that's the 3rd out.
All right, that's 1. On the ground. Logan Webb trying to get me to chase the sinker. Oh, man. He got me to chase the sinker. 2.
Nope. Ball 1.
I'm not going to get overconfident about my eye right there, because
2 on, 2 outs. Next
I should have swung at that, though.
And the count is 1-1.
Oh, man. Just weak grounders. Why? That's 3. So all you unders better hope for me to do it right here. Oh, that's not going to happen. That was just swung at the first pitch, just swing at the first pitch. So the unders lost, the overs won, but let's see how long it takes me before I can actually get past this.
2 outs.
Ball inside.
Tying run and scoring
Can you leave those up
top half of inning number 4.
more?
Ball right side.
This is what,
He takes it himself
5
to the
now?
bag, and that'll do it.
Just grounder after grounder after grounder. This is going to take me forever. Just gap one, please. Oh, that was, I went way too far underneath it.
And that's the 3rd out.
That's 6.
First and second,
Fine.
2 down. Top
It's
half of
fine.
inning number 4. That misses the zone.
I almost swung. It was looking good there for a second.
That one back up
It's
the
not
middle,
going to get me 2 RBIs, but...
Castellanos on his way to the plate. He'll
Oh,
score easily.
Castellanos, a blast from the past right there.
Single, a big 2-out
I
hit
think
in a
that's
game.
7 now. Come on. I'm better than this. Why am I swinging at that? Why? It's so stupid. 8. I gotta wait for, like, the perfect pitch.
Now it's this
Ball, that's in.
Trying to get me to go. Why wouldn't you think this is my 9th try?
That's a ball.
If he blocks me, I still don't win.
Look for him to be aggressive on this next pitch.
Fastball. Did I get it? Did I get it? Did I get it? Nope. I don't. Okay, that's 9. At this point,
first and second,
12.5 over under.
We'll hit next.
I guess 13. Let's do 13.5.
Outside, that's a ball.
See, I need him to throw strikes because I lose the challenge.
2 on, 2 outs.
Why do I swing at stuff like that? I think this was the 10th.
The 3rd out.
I gotta start writing this stuff down. Didn't think I was gonna get this far. Okay. That was we're just gonna say attempt number 10, I think.
First and second, 2 outs. On the ground, right side. And that's a foul.
At least they get another chance. Actually, I could have rolled for a double.
That's a strike, and he inches closer to getting out of the jam. So now it's all about protect mode. Try to shorten up. Try to
He's going to throw me a sinker.
block it if you have to, as far as just a late swing that maybe you're not sure about.
He's going to do another one. Another one. Coming at me. And I did it. Oh, exit. That's a home run. That wins. That wins. In my, I think, 10th attempt. I did it. Over, under.
You know why?
Why? Because he's a Dolphins fan?
Turn up. Hang on, just a little bit more. Keep going. 'Cause I'm such a baby when the Dolphins make me cry.
He is a Dolphins fan.
He's a Dolphins fan, and he wrote that line referring to the Dolphins losing football games. So I appreciate that from Darius Rucker.
Wow, you guys can commiserate all together.
Yes, we have a lot of commiserating on losing. 5:01 is the time. Happy hour time here on Gwynn and Chris. Padres and Brew Crew coming up tonight. Jeff Hamby will be overseeing the broadcast tonight, for those wondering. And my best guess is that probably nobody's really wondering that. But you now know anyway.
You never know. You
now
never
know. He'll be the board op tonight. Jesse will have the call.
He's actually a director.
Is that what they call him, a director?
Yes, director.
Jesse and Tony will have the call. Dave Marcus will be the go-between.
Yes, he'll be the director on site.
He will talk to Hamby back at the station, relay messages to Tony and Jesse. That's how all that works.
It usually starts like this. All of a sudden, I'll hear like a microphone being picked up.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Oh, that's Dave.
Can you hear me?
Dave Marcus does have a distinctive voice, for sure. Skraby and I are here in the Bill House studios. We know how. Padres got the win last night, 3-2. Jackson, Merrill, hello. And a big 2-run bomb there in the 7th to win it. Yuki Matsui got the win in relief, but a good outing for Casey Mize. And as you and I pointed out earlier, Skraby, kudos to both Sun Moon Song for an unbelievable defensive play that may have shut down like a 5-run rally.
Yeah, that was
And that's
crazy.
not overstating it. That would have been 2 on, nobody out. And Mize would have been on the ropes.
Yeah, a millisecond earlier or later, he's off the bag.
Great play by Sun Moon Song to keep that throw there. And then Freddie Fermin ending the game with the caught stealing of the fleet-footed Brandon Lockridge, former Padre.
That's no joke. Brandon
Good
Lockridge
job
is fast.
on that one by Freddie Fermin. And look, if that run is safe, I saw the Giant game last night against the Astros. Same thing, except for the guy stole second for the Astros. And the next batter hit like a 9-hopper over to the right side, but the second baseman was over here and he couldn't get it. It hit his glove, went into right field, tying run, scored on the ball that wasn't really hit hard, just, in the right spot. So, for me, that's the throw out. Brewers don't get a chance for a blue pit there to tie it up.
There was another play later in the game. I don't remember what inning, but Jake, he was going towards first base and he had to flip it with his glove, and
I got to be honest,
just got him.
Jake is playing some great baseball since the break.
Yes.
I don't know what his batting average is. It's not the same as what we've seen from Toddy and Merrill.
Are you looking for his overall batting average?
Well, just OPS type stuff since the All-Star break. I think it's pretty good. I mean, it's certainly not 162, which it was at the beginning of the year.
No, in the last,
Jake is,
let's say 15 games.
All right, give me that.
It's not as good as I would have thought, but he is hitting 254. Slugging's down. Let's do the last 7 games. Those are better numbers. 269.
Never let the truth get in the way of a good story here.
But what we're saying is he's walked twice. He's stolen 2 bases in the last 7 games.
Why couldn't you look up what he's done since the All-Star break? Was that too difficult?
No, I was on the wrong page.
All right. Happy Hour is brought to you by GL Pools, the swimming pool experts trusted by thousands of San Diegans for 20 years. The baseball season is in full swing. Swim season is also. Make sure your pool is ready. Call now, mention radio. You do that, you'll get 20% off any new service plans for 2026. You know,
All right, I got his numbers.
Go ahead. Since the All-Star break,
Since
give me
the
Jake.
All-Star break, Jake is 253 batting average, 629 OPS.
Yeah, much better.
9 walks, 5 RBIs, no homers, but
no homers, huh?
No.
Well, look, here's the thing with Jake. I'm always going to stick up for him. So if you don't like him, then I can't change your mind. But I still want him on my team because Jake Cronenworth doesn't have to get a hit to help me win a game.
No, he's a winner.
I care about winning the game. I know you guys, a lot of you, and I need those stats too for my fantasy team. But in the end, I want my guys, who help me win games. Jake Cronenworth helps me win games. Sometimes it's 2 for 4. Sometimes he can do it 0 for 4.
I mean, that's what Jake said to us a couple years ago. He said, if I'm not right at the plate, then I'm going to try to figure out how to do something good defensively.
I got to figure out something. By the way, he did at least once show bunt last night. Remember I said somebody's got to drop a bunt down with the new third baseman.
He did.
Andrew Vaughn.
There was a couple bunts
But the Padres
night.
didn't do enough to challenge Andrew Vaughn last night. They should have done it even more. Tonight, they'll actually going against a real third baseman because David Hamilton will move back over. Bryce Terang is going to play shortstop tonight. And Jiwan Bay, former Pirate speedster, will bat 9th and play second base. Andrew Vaughn's not in the lineup tonight for the Brewers.
Brewers.
Or the Brew Crew.
Yes.
Fernando Rengifo. Has Rengifo been not in the lineup once since he got here?
There's always one guy.
He's incredible.
It's Will Wagner or Samad Taylor.
Now it's Rengifo.
Rengifo.
I say Rengifo.
Rengifo.
I know what you say. I still say what I say.
But you're pronouncing his name wrong.
Don't care.
Well, that's messed up.
Manny Machado, Farrell. That's a combination of France and Merrill. Farrell. Austin Hayes gets his first Padres start.
Wow.
Batting 6 tonight. He's got a slugging percentage of 4,000.
That's pretty good.
And an OPS of 5,000.
That's pretty good.
With the Padres.
That's pretty good.
Yeah.
One at bat?
Yeah. He's got a 1,000 on base percentage and a 4,000 slugging percentage. You add them together, 5,000 OPS. Xander is back in there. We detailed Xander's struggles yesterday.
Yeah.
He could certainly use a big game.
He needs a big game.
And Jake's batting 9th, lefty on lefty against Kyle Harrison. All right, Sam Levitt's pregame show. By the way, if you're just tuning in and you're driving a little bit, I got really good news. A, we're still going to be on for a while, but B, on Sam Levitt's pregame show tonight, an interview he did with Jacob Mizrowski.
Yeah.
I think that's pretty interesting. I'd like to wouldn't mind hearing it myself right now. I know it's our show, but I don't want to steal his thunder.
No, we only got one question that we're allowed to listen to.
Oh, we can play a little preview?
Yeah, it's about he asked him about, well, Sam's in it, so let's
All right, let's hear what it is. I want to hear a little of Jacob Mizrowski.
Speaking of all-stars and fellow flamethrowers, the Padres have one of them in Mason Miller, obviously a little bit different. You're a starter, he's a reliever. But your thoughts on Mason Miller when you watch what he does as far as velocity and command, very similar to you, and also the level of success he's had?
Yeah, no, it's awesome to watch. The guy's dominant, and it's always when he comes in the game, you're like, oh gosh, here we go. Team's got to figure out a way to get something working. But no, it's cool to be kind of a similar attitude when it goes to the mound, and I'm going to go out there and pound the zone and just end the inning quick.
Before we get to what he said, why do players make it so hard on people with the interviews? What they make it so hard? You're only allowed access to the clubhouse for like 45 minutes, but they make so much noise in the background all the time.
Yeah, they don't
all
make
the
it
time.
easy. Well, first of all, good on Jacob Mizrowski for doing an interview.
Yeah, of course.
With the opposing guy's pregame show.
Sam's interviewed some big names here this year.
And I'm sure he's asked many that, might have actually said no, because it does happen. Mizrowski's in demand. I would imagine everywhere he goes, somebody would like to get him for 10, 15 minutes.
Absolutely.
So I appreciate him doing it. Sam has a good bedside manner in terms of being able to get guys comfortable and get them to open up. But a few things about this young man, Mizrowski's 24 years old. Okay. That's all. He's a 2nd round pick out of, it's incredible, Skraby. He went to high school in Grain Valley, Missouri.
Not even Grain
Valley. And he was drafted from a place called Crowder College in Neosho, Missouri. And that's where they found him, right? I mean, people always say, well, I got to go to, USC, or I got to go to Ohio State. I got to be seen. I got to be discovered. And you don't. They will find you. If you throw like this guy, they'll find you at Crowder College in Neosho, Missouri.
Yeah, I'm definitely never heard of that. What's the mascot for? I'm going to go look up Crowder College's mascot.
You don't have to. I'll look it up or see what I got. MLB draft picks who came from Crowder College.
Ooh, a Rough Rider.
He's the only one.
I was
right?
going to say, how many guys?
You know who else? No, here's a crazy one. Aaron Ashby, the Brewers reliever who's got 13 wins in relief. He went there too.
Wait,
is that true?
Both
that
those guys went there?
That can't be true.
That's a really small world.
Let me look up Aaron
in that
Ashby.
regard.
Hang on.
That's a really small world.
Yes, he did. Aaron Ashby went there too.
So is Crowder College just like a hotbed for finding baseball
Milwaukee
players?
Brewers?
I guess so.
That is weird.
That is very weird.
I wonder if Aaron Ashby got like a call from one of his buddies at Crowder College and said, hey, tell the Brewers we got this guy here. They might want to come take a look at.
Maybe he was the scout that brought him in.
That's weird.
That is really weird.
Yeah, I like Mizorowski now. He's good for the game. People want to see him pitch. He's got a little edge to him, but not too much for from an old guy like me, where I can still appreciate him bearing down and getting guys out without showing them up, which is, kind of a breath of fresh air actually to me now. Because if anybody could show people up, it'd be him. It's blowing them up with 104 mile an hour pitches.
Just over and over and over and over and over.
Yeah. The question I have is the same one you have out there. Will he still be doing this next June? Can his arm hold up? And I don't think it's because anything the Brewers are doing wrong or he's doing everything right. Training, whatever, stretching, working, Brewers not overthrowing him. But that the body just can't be made to be throwing that hard that many times.
Seems like
I would think.
Remember in the beginning of the year, he kept leaving games early, but now he's locked in.
Right, he's going 7-8 innings, no problem.
No problem.
But will he be able to keep it up? Unfortunately, we won't see him in this series, or maybe fortunately.
I was going to say, last
you
time.
will get a chance to meet and hear from him, though, on Sam Levitt's pregame show. Gwynn and Chris takes a break. Fun with the NFL because I kind of like the NFL, and it's right around the corner. Stick around.
If you ever...
My question about Jackson Merrill, making plays all over the place this year. Last night, making plays all over the place. And I was trying to figure out online, and it didn't really give me an answer. What makes a platinum glover a platinum glover, and what makes a gold glover a gold glover?
I think it's voted on.
Ah, okay.
I think it's voted on by all of the. I think out of all of them, they all get votes. I think that's how my understanding is. And the winner of that vote, I think it's the fans that get to vote it too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure though.
The fans get to choose the platinum glove?
Maybe it's not the fans. I know there's a vote for that portion of the platinum glove.
Do we think that Jackson Merrill is on pace for at least a gold glove this year?
That's so hard to say because you don't know. We see Jackson every day. I haven't seen Michael
Everybody
Harris
else every day.
Right, so of course I'm gonna say he seems like he is, but I don't know what the rest of these guys.
Yeah,
are
he's
doing.
made a lot of Gold Glove plays, I would say, this year, and I think we have to just be content with that, and then see where the Gold Glove takes you. You could go if you go through the history of the Gold Glove. It's a bit of an interesting study because what you see is guys getting the Gold Glove and then keeping the Gold Glove for years and years and years and years. Doesn't mean that they don't deserve it necessarily, but it's a very hard thing to actually determine, I feel. And I think there's a lot that goes to having already won it. Your dad won how many, Tony? 4, 5? 5. But it took a long time before he was in consideration for the first one, before people started to say, hey, wait a minute, this guy can play some right field now, and then he had the breakthrough. And then I think he just kept up playing good right field. I'm not saying he fell off, but it's like once you win one, you keep it. And so it's hard to get that first one, I've always felt. And, maybe Jackson can get that. So, but Tony's right. You haven't seen every other center fielder play every other, position. I wonder how much the analytics and all of that stuff enter into it, too.
Let me kind of fill some of the holes in this. It is no longer a popular award as it was in my dad's era. Maybe about 10 years ago, they started actually using metrics.
So they are
this.
using some of those metrics.
This is how you started seeing actual dudes who were good defenders and didn't necessarily have, the offensive prowess that some of the other older versions used to get. These guys who are getting it now, they are having to lead in some of these categories and kind of determine it that way. So it's not like it used to be. So if Jackson, I think it's actually easier now for a guy like Jackson to break through, whereas in the past,
you might be
if there was whoever, name your center fielder, Mike Trout, right? If he was in the National League, it would be very hard to unseat him if he's still out here playing and healthy on a consistent basis. So I think Jackson actually has a chance, I think.
My question about Jackson Merrill, making plays all over the place this year. Last night, making plays all over the place. And I was trying to figure out online, and it didn't really give me an answer. What makes a platinum glover a platinum glover, and what makes a gold glover a gold glover?
I think it's voted on.
Okay.
I think it's voted on by all of the – I think out of all of them, they all get votes. I think that's how my understanding is. And the winner of that vote, I think it's the fans that get to vote it, too, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure, though.
The fans get to choose the platinum glove?
Maybe it's not the fans. I know there's a vote for that portion of the platinum glove.
Do we think that Jackson Merrill is on pace for at least a gold glove this year?
That's so hard to say because you don't know. We see Jackson every day. I haven't seen, Michael
Everybody
Harris
else every day.
Right. So of course I'm gonna say, he seems like he is, but I don't know what the rest of these guys are.
Yeah, he's made a lot of gold glove plays, I would say, this year, and I think we have to just be content with that and then see where the gold glove takes you. You could go, if you go through the history of the gold glove, it's a bit of an interesting study because what you see is guys getting the gold glove and then keeping the gold glove for years and years and years and years. Doesn't mean that they don't deserve it necessarily, but it's a very hard thing to actually determine, I feel. And I think there's a lot that goes to having already won it. Your dad won how many, Tony? 4? 5? 5. But it took a long time before he was in consideration for the first one, before people started to say, hey, wait a minute, this guy can play some right field now, and then he had the breakthrough. And then I think he just kept up playing good right field. I'm not saying he fell off, but it's like once you win one, you keep it. And so it's hard to get that first one, I've always felt. And, maybe Jackson can get that. So, but Tony's right. You haven't seen every other center fielder play every other, position. I wonder how much the analytics and all of that stuff enter into it, too.
Let me kind of fill some of the holes in this. It is no longer a popular award as it was in my dad's era. Maybe about 10 years ago, they started actually using metrics.
So they are using some of those metrics.
This is how you started seeing actual dudes who were good defenders and didn't necessarily have, the offensive prowess that some of the other older versions used to get. These guys who are getting it now, they are having to lead in some of these categories and kind of determine it that way. So it's not like it used to be. So if Jackson, I think it's actually easier now for a guy like Jackson to break through, whereas in the past,
you might be
if there was whoever, name your center fielder, Mike Trout, right? If he was in the National League, it would be very hard to unseat him if he's still out here playing and healthy on a consistent basis. So I think Jackson actually has a chance, I think.
My question about Jackson Merrill, making plays all over the place this year. Last night, making plays all over the place. And I was trying to figure out online, and it didn't really give me an answer. What makes a platinum glover a platinum glover, and what makes a gold glover a gold glover? Matt Skraby, Chris Ello, Gwynn Chris, back here in the Bill House Studios, where we know how Padres getting set for their second game against the Brew Crew tonight. That was a big win last night. I was there. I felt like everybody felt like me, where we're like, really? We're going to go with this offense again? And then, boom, Jackson Merrill, 2-run shot.
They might go with that offense again tonight, but hopefully they can find a way to win it.
Yeah, I agree.
Kyle Harrison's really good. Tomorrow they got Dustin May, who completely obliterated them in a one-hit shutout earlier this year. So they got to work it out for the next 2 games.
Who we got? We got Robbie Ray.
Tomorrow.
Yeah.
I got Walker Buehler tonight.
Yes.
And, look, day off Thursday, then Cleveland is next on the
They're no pushover.
Nobody's a pushover. Did PCA homer tonight as well? I think he did.
Man, that guy does.
I hate that guy.
That guy is.
I only mean it in the nicest, most complimentary way.
It's really annoying how good he is. I don't know where he was with the Mets. Like, all of a sudden, he just figured it out.
They traded him for nobody, too. The Mets are just they take endless for that.
Yeah, can you imagine PCA playing in New York? Chris just gave me the look like, no.
I mean, he's already am I the only one that just is like had it with him? Do you think there's other people too?
Yeah, no, there are.
Probably people more of my realm
old?
of time. Yeah, old. Yeah, right. My age. Yeah.
There's definitely people, but the only reason I really hate him is because he's so good.
Yeah, he's got a home run. Unbelievable.
That is unbelievable.
Abrams hit one for
passed on him in fantasy.
Abrams hit one for the Nationals. So we had that little wager on our Daily Gambit. They both homered tonight. Good young players for sure. All right, give me music, Skraby. Closing out the show. We got Brewers, we got Padres, we got a Mizorowski interview, but that's all coming up in Sam Levitt's pregame show right now. Fun with the National Football League.
What?
I gotta have music for it. It's
There
fun.
is music playing.
I don't hear it.
You gotta use your ears.
That's my fun with the National Football League music.
Well, I've already played the ESPN thing like twice today, so
we don't have another version of anything.
There's this.
How about Monday Night Football? I don't know. All right, this is a little fun with the National Football League.
I didn't know we were going NFL 3 times today, or else I would have got more music. Okay.
All right, give me.
Oh, here it is. Here it is. Here it is. Wait, this is the same thing. This is a better version, I guess.
It really doesn't matter.
I'm gonna go get some more music.
Yeah, because there's a whole season coming up.
I know. I need to. All
right, I want you to right now tell me what teams have a new head coach and who they are.
Poof.
And just off the top of your head, I'm not going to tell you whether you're right or wrong. How many teams have a new head coach this season in the National Football League? Keep in mind, there are 32 teams. How many have a new head coach?
I'm going to say 5.
5.
Yeah, 5.
I named the 5.
Well, one of them is Joe Brady in Buffalo.
Joe Brady is the new head coach of the Buffalo Bills.
Yep.
He takes over, promoted from offensive coordinator. Now, why did Sean McDermott get let go in your mind? Because he couldn't win the big one? Or
I don't know why he got let go.
I don't get it.
Because this seems very reactionary. And remember the whole thing with the owner after the fact? It seems like the owner made a decision and just went with it. And that was it. That's all they're doing.
Sean McDermott really impressed me, by the way, on Hard Knocks. And not just because he knew he was on camera. I just like the way the guy goes about things. And I think he's a legit accountability guy, motivator, cares about his guys. It shows, man. They go out and they dominate year after year after year. And I know they haven't won the big one, but nobody wins the big one until they actually win the big one. That's just how that goes. I think Joe Brady's got a tough go this year.
He does.
Like, is he going to go 13-4?
He has to take him to the playoffs, number one. He has to take him deep in the playoffs. These fans don't want anything other than a Super Bowl at this point.
Well, the good news for Joe Brady is half the fans in the new stadium won't be able to see him because they have an obstructed view.
By the way, the Bills have addressed this issue. They said they're going to take care of these things one by one.
They're going to have
I
to
have
knock
no idea.
walls down. Yeah, that's
also
all
people are very unhappy with how the video screens look because they're really small.
Oh.
They don't even call them jumbotrons. The fans, they call them just trons.
So the Bills are taking it from.
I mean, it's a $2.2 billion stadium, and no one likes it.
Yeah, well, look, for $2.2 billion, you should have like scoreboard the size of SoFi or.
Well, SoFi was a
Dallas.
$6 billion stadium.
Well, but
so
you know what I'm going.
I
All right, so that's one new head
Yeah.
coach, Joe Brady, Buffalo Bills. Give me another one.
Arizona Cardinals. I think it's Mike LaFleur. Or,
Very good.
Okay.
Mike LaFleur, ex-Rams offensive coordinator, inherits a rebuilding offense, faces decisions of how to replace Kyler Murray. Maybe Carson Beck comes around.
He looked okay.
But the bottom line for Mike LaFleur, he's up against it because he's just working for one of the worst organizations in the sport. And
true.
that is challenging. He's also in a division with 3 really good teams already established in there.
Yep.
So I don't like his chances. But okay, so you got Joe Brady, Buffalo Bills, Mike LaFleur, Arizona Cardinals. Give me another. Can you? Do you know his name?
Jeff Hafley.
Jeff Hafley.
The only reason I know is because I saw him talk about Devon Achane today.
Previously, the D coordinator for the Packers. I told you, I've been impressed with how I've seen what I've seen. Does he have any talent at all other than Devon Achane? I will say
Doesn't
this.
seem like he does.
I will say this. USA Today picked them legit 1-16.
I don't know how that can be possible.
I can't imagine they're going to be that horrible. They won 7 games last year with – did they lose anybody other than Jalen Waddle, which I think was a really good trade, by the way?
Tyreek Hill?
Yeah, but he didn't play last
No.
year after the 3rd game.
Still not on a team, too.
Jeff Hafley, Dolphins. Okay, you got 3. You got Joe Brady, Bills. You got Mike LaFleur.
I almost forgot
You
this
got
one.
Jeff Hafley. Who else?
I almost forgot these 2 because
Okay.
I think these are going to backfire in these teams' faces.
All right, what's first one?
Steelers.
Steelers, and it is
Oh gosh, Mike.
R.J. Santana, maybe.
RJ Santana. Why am I forgetting his name all of a sudden?
Yeah, because
Mike
I
McCarthy.
forgot.
Mike
Because I
McCarthy.
forgot CC Sabathia's name earlier today, and I thought it was R.J. Santana.
Mike McCarthy.
Yes, Mike McCarthy, Super Bowl winning coach. I still think. Let's be honest. There are a lot of non-Super Bowl winning coaches I trust a lot more than Mike
I know
McCarthy.
you don't like Mike McCarthy at all.
Do you?
I don't think he's as bad as you say he is.
Okay.
Because he did put together 3 straight 10-win seasons
With
the Cowboys.
yes, all of the resources.
But then he also
Every resource you could possibly need in Dallas, and he just got whooped every time he got there.
remember
to
when the
postseason.
49ers won that playoff game because they ran out of time.
I don't think Mike McCarthy is it for the Steelers. Who's their quarter? Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, that's a tough go.
All right, going
All right,
over
you got
to
4. Give me one more.
the New York Giants. I think I got all 6.
Well, you've only got 5 so far. John Harbaugh's your
John
5th.
Harbaugh is the 5th.
All right, he's the most high-profile new coach, no question. Ravens. I do believe they were 4-13 last year.
Man, I just thought of another one.
4-13 for the Giants. I got to believe he does, just on merit better than that. And I think Malik Neighbors is one of the underrated guys who missed all of last season who can make a big difference, especially for a young quarterback.
Yeah.
He's that good of a receiver. So I think that'll be okay. All right, you got 5. Now, you said there was only 5, but
Yeah,
there's
no, I'm
obviously
thinking
more.
of more. I'm thinking of
All
more.
right, give me another one.
Tennessee Titans, Robert Saleh.
Robert Saleh, your guy, former 49er coordinator. Second time, right?
Yep.
He had
Jets
the
first
Jets the
time.
first time. Did he get anywhere with the Jets?
No.
Not really.
No.
Titans, I don't know if they have a better organization or not. Brian Dable, the former head coach, is the offensive coordinator. I don't dislike Robert Saleh. I didn't like the thing that happened. What was it last year with who did he get into it with?
With the
What was
Liam
that?
Cohen of the Jaguars.
Yeah. That threatened to kill him, didn't he? And then he went back on it.
We've been over this a million times.
Okay,
Liam
you're going to
Cohen-
defend him because
Liam Cohen is not innocent.
he
in this whole
deserved to
thing.
be threatened with death.
I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
All right, you got 6 new head coaches.
I got
you want
more.
to stop, or you got another one?
I got more.
Give me another one.
Now they're all coming to me.
All right, give me another one.
I saw a clip of Todd Monken of the Browns talking today.
Todd Monken of the Browns.
A reporter tried to get him, catch him in a lie or something, and the head coach said, "No, I'd never said that. You're trying to catch me in a lie."
Todd Monken, offensive coordinator from the Ravens. I just think he has no shot. Again, it's a terrible organization. I think some people are rooting for Shedeur Sanders, and the other people say, no, it's just not going to happen.
I'm rooting for Shedeur Sanders.
Does Deshaun Watson see the field? Do they really do that?
I don't know.
That's 7. You got any more? You're calling it off there.
I do.
You got another new head coach. Who do you have? You have 3 minutes left, so don't go too much slow. Who do you got?
Thought of it, and then it left my head.
You said 5. Now you're up to 7. New NFL coaches. Give me another.
Who's the Ravens' new coach? Oh, wait, no, I'm going to go with this. I'm going to go Falcons. I'm going to go Stefanski.
How could you forget our friend Kevin Stefanski now with the Falcons?
We both think he's the most overrated coach in the NFL.
He may not be that, but he's the worst 2-time coach of the year in the history of football.
He's pretty bad.
He's been like 0-16, except for 2 years where he won like 9 games, and they thought, that's incredible. We'll give him coach of the year. But can he really coach?
I don't know. I don't think so.
Good luck with Tua, my friend. I've looked and squeezed. I think Mike McDaniel really did as good as you could with Tua. Don't you? Other than maybe not letting him throw down the field enough.
Well, can he?
But can he? And can he get protection?
Know. All right, I got to hurry up. Vegas,
you got 2 more? Can you get 2 more?
Vegas, I cannot remember who the guy is, but I know he's from Seattle.
Okay.
And
Ravens. Yeah, those are the other 2.
I cannot think of the guy's name.
All right, I'm going to give him to you. Baltimore Ravens, Jesse Minter, Chargers defensive coordinator.
Yeah, I wouldn't have got that.
He's only the 4th coach in franchise history. Interesting. For the Ravens, the other 3 would be John Harbaugh, Brian Billick.
Oh, there was. I asked this one time. I don't remember the guy's name.
Who was the first one?
It was a random guy.
Ted Marchibroda? No, I'm throwing it out there. I think it might have been
Ted Marchibroda.
Yeah, original Ravens head coach. Who was it?
I'm looking. Go ahead and name the other guy.
Jesse Minter is one. I think I will say this for Jesse Minter. Of all of the new coaches, he inherits the best team, doesn't he? Or is maybe Buffalo?
Buffalo's pretty good.
Yeah, but you get Lamar Jackson.
Yeah, you're right. What did you say?
Ted Marchibroda.
Yeah, Ted Marchibroda for 3 seasons.
And then it was Billick, and then it was Harbaugh. Yeah.
That's pretty crazy. They've only had 3 head coaches for now 4.
Jesse Minter will be number 4. And then the final new head coach, you said it, Las Vegas Raiders, Clint Kubiak, offensive coordinator of the Seahawks. He gets Fernando Mendoza, who will throw his first pro touchdown pass this weekend in a preseason game, even though it won't really be.
In his mind, it could be. He's not going to play much this year, I don't think.
I don't know. Kirk Cousins is going to be. They're going to have to get him out of there. What are the Raiders even doing if they're giving time to Kirk Cousins? How is that helping their future? It's not, is it?
Yeah, they're letting their future quarterback kind of get acclimated, and I don't think that's the worst
you let him
idea.
get acclimated, but eventually you got to go with Mendoza. I don't disagree that the Dolphins are horrible, but are they really worse than the Raiders? Like, what do the Raiders have? What do the Browns have? What do the Arizona Cardinals have?
I actually can't answer that for
I
you.
know, and they got the Dolphins being way worse than them. I do have one last thing before we leave, just so everybody has fun, a good laugh at the end of the show. Arizona Cardinals head coach Mike LaFleur is going to be saddled with one big albatross.
What's that?
Offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett.
Oh, I forgot about him.
Are you kidding me?
I forgot about him.
Are you kidding me? What could he have said in the interview process where somebody said, yeah, that's my guy? What?
I don't know.
Maybe
either.
help.
I can't.
You can't. I know.
I can't help you.
You can't help because there's no answer for that.
There is no answer.
Sam Levitt interviewing Jacob Mizorowski and other pregame notes next. And then it's Padres Brewers. A day game tomorrow means we're on afterwards with
notes on a scorecard.
Everybody have a good day.